Hello, hello! Welcome to the IBL Season 1 draft. I am joined here with my co-host.
Dude, I'm here. We made it,
Yo.
chat. We up.
We're here
I
with the
should not
Season
have
1
moved.
IBL draft. Lots of exciting things going on today. It is the start of the IBL. It's start history. Memories will be made, times will be had, and legacies
You
will
know,
be created.
the first season of the first competitive esports league is about to happen for Minecraft. There's a lot to be excited about here, and we've got some good coverage, and hopefully we'll be getting the best players in the entire league in the top 10 right here. And I think I'm pretty optimistic for it to happen, Chan.
Yeah, for sure. Just like to say welcome everyone in the chats. I know if you guys aren't already, you can join on Hypixel. Hypixel is being silly right now because it's not letting me or Dude log on. So our commissioner D Cody has his perspective, which we'll tune to soon. If you guys would like to join the official live stage, check the announcements in the IBL, and remember if you guys aren't already, join the IBL Discord, discord.gg/IBL. And remember, drop a follow or subscribe to Dude if you guys are in either of our chats. Um,
Yep.
First pick. Let's talk about who do you think's going first overall.
So my predictions, I've got a whole prediction chart for me already set up, and I've got yours ready. Don't worry. But my predictions come out to pretty much number one overall. Undeniably, it has to be Atomic Cherry, one of the most infamous solo queue players, the best by themselves. And then in number two, you've got to go Mass Marvelous, probably one of the most charismatic people who can work with a team. I do want to say for number three, I have to put Koi just because of skill. I don't know if they'll work well with their teams. That's really just going to come to time. But then you also have at number four, Behavior, very similar to Atomic Cherry in the fact that they are very capable in solo queue. And then finally at number five, just due to the fact that Blocky's mini combines, he showed up to three, and at all three, he showed up and showed out. And at the full combine, he was unarguably one of the best players along with Kami.
Yes, amazing, amazing picks. Diving into my top five, and it's kind of unfortunate. I'm predicting the top five, and I get the sixth pick. I'm selecting six overall, Divine Rising. Um, my number one, I have arguably the MCC Island BattleBox GOAT. Mass Marvelous has proved they can be not just a melee player, they're a good melee player, but they have that range game like no other. I don't think any other player comes close to the range game like Mass Marvelous. There's a lot of heavy sword hitters in this draft, which is why I think Mass's unique skill set will put them at number one.
I completely agree with that, Chan. But who do you have at number two?
Number two, I have a player who was number one on the kills leaderboard for a lot of closed beta. I forget what tier they are in sword, but it's X Koi. Koi, I consider one of the best players of today's game. Every time they are in solo queue, I do agree. I don't know how well they'll do in team setting, but when it comes to the solo queue experience, they dominate every lobby they are in.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes. At
For
my
number
number
three,
three,
who you
at my
got?
number three, open beta not closed. Ah, sorry, Koi. At number three, I have Atomic Cherry. Same reason as you said. It's crazy. It's crazy how. Okay, chat. Don't make fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. At number three, I have Atomic Cherry. It absolutely dominates any lobby they're in. Honestly, I could interchange any of these top three. You could have an argument for anyone.
Any of the
Um,
top five arguably are interchangeable. It's really where they
exactly.
fall. This is just our predictions, chat.
Yes, and it depends what the team owners want. And number four, another player similar to Atomic, we have Blocky. Blocky. I queued into Blocky twice the other day, and I have never gotten destroyed so hard. And that's why I think they're going to be an elite pick and an elite player in this team, in this league.
I agree with that. And another thing for Blocky is that I have never seen a more well-rounded player when it comes to Blocky, at least when it comes to healing, because he is going to be in a high demand role. Healer is going to be high demand in IBL because there's not going to be a lot of those players that are good at playing it. And Blocky did it multiple times in Combine and showed up and showed out on how he could do it.
Exactly. Healer is going to be the make or break for teams. There's not a lot of high projected healers, but you know, when we get to the second, third, fourth, maybe even fifth rounds, if there's a good healer available, if coaches can train them right, I think they will be the make or break for a team season.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and closing out the number 5, I have this goes a little bit of a shocker. Behavior. Now, Behavior has the talent, but one thing they don't have is the communications. They said they are a mute player. Don't redeem. Stop talking. I'm not gonna do it. This is the official IBL broadcast. Come on, guys. Anyways. Yes. Behavior. One of the obviously most elite talents here. If it was for communication, you could argue them at number 1. But because of that, I have them a little lower. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Behavior as a player?
Behavior as a player it's hard to dissect because B is interesting. B is one of the most. I honestly, I have no other word. Interesting players, because when you get into close range with B, B will crit you out. B can combo you. B can do it all. B can do range. B can do spark combat. B can do orb lineups. Everything. B can heal as well. The problem with B is, as you said, it comes to communication. Every other member of the top 5 has done comms. They did comms in mini combines. They did comms in other things. Even Koi does comms. The problem with Behavior is it comes down to comms, and I see where you're coming from for pick number 5.
Yes, and just because we're not talking about a player in this top 5, doesn't mean they don't deserve it. There is so much elite talent in this draft class, and it's going to make for an exciting season. So team Stuffed But Tough has the number 1 overall pick. I'm excited to see what their team's going to be like. I'm excited to see, we have Australian management there, so we'll see how that works out for scheduling. I'm super excited. This is going to be an amazing season, an amazing draft. And remember, chat, if you guys aren't already in the IBL Discord, join up. It's too late, unfortunately, to join us for this season, but you can join for season 2.
And I also encourage everybody join up for season 2, because we're going to have a developed league. Season 1 is a little bit more experimental. We're trying to figure out, we're trying to find our stride, and we're trying to see what players are going to pop off, what players are going to be the guys that lead their teams.
Yes, of course. I completely agree. Anything else? D Cody, I notice you're in the booth right now. Let's take it over to you.
Yo, no way. I'm in the booth. Yeah, we're just here. We're live on the Hypixel housing scene. We're living our best life. That you can see all the names of the people behind me. This is the stage. We're on a boat. We're in a boat in Venice, and you know, we went all out on the budget for location. This first one, we're just waiting to get the number 1 draft pick in, and yeah. Whenever we get to go, we'll be ready to start this.
Yes, the timer will start in 3 minutes. Spasms has the number 1 overall pick. They can start deciding. They can even let us know the pick whenever. For any owners tuning in, remember to send your picks into the draft picks channel, owners channel, by the way.
Also, Chan, you should warp me real quick, because I got AFK kicked.
You got AFK kicked? Oh, I got AFK kicked too. Uh-oh.
Let's go!
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay,
Awesome.
This is good. This is good, chat.
Let's go, chat. Hypixel's popping off, so now we're getting AFK kicked on MCCI.
True. We gotta have to move around. You're finding the spot, I imagine. And you're able to warp me.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
make me the party leader again.
Oh, you're party leader.
No, I made you party leader. Because I thought you didn't get kicked.
Oh, I did. Okay. Dude underscore chew. This is not a scuff stream, chat. This is not a scuff stream.
Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Another thing, though, we are entering the final countdown into the picks, and I do want to say there's a little bit of leaks when it comes to spams. The man has talked briefly about 3 people, and it's Koi, Atomic, and B. And it's really surprising to me that they didn't even mention Moss. I think Moss could still go, but based on rumors, based on what I've heard, I don't know if Moss is going to be the first overall pick.
And that's just crazy to me. That's just wild to me. Obviously, it can go either way, but Moss not even being considered for that top draft spot is a little crazy. Okay, we're here now. Awesome. All right. Okay, I get the seat this time? Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. All right. 1 minute until the timer starts. I never added a timer widget because that would require a lot of setup. And we are not scuffed here. We are not scuffed.
Only mildly so. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Chat, who do you guys think will be the #1 pick? Let us know right now. Spasms is online. Spasms is in our VC, so Spasms is here. Do not worry. I want to hear your guys' predictions. Let us know. We got one for Mass.
I also do want to say it's tough to not include some other people here. Like, you've got PRTSM or Prism, if you want to call them that, and Zulu, both astounding players, both constantly predicted to go in the top 10. They could also go at #1.
Yes.
It really does come down to what does the team owner want? What kind of synergy are they looking for their team? What kind of culture are they going to want to build?
Exactly. And the timer has started now, so Spasms is on the clock. There will be a rough 2-minute timer for predictions.
Hello, it is me. It is Spasms.
Oh, Spasms, you're supposed to DM it. This is
You're supposed to DM.
You're supposed to send it in
I-
draft picks in
I
owners
see
chat,
it.
no, in owners channel.
Yeah.
I've been kicked now.
You got this. Yes, draft picks
Okay,
in owners
we're
channel.
good. We're good.
All right, and
Disaster
then
avoided. We're good.
yes. Okay, and then we have a couple staff who will verify the pick, and yeah, some other notable names we have. People are saying Mudman Son, re-rented.
Also great. Also
Boy,
great. I agree with Mudman Son. One of the best close range players. Combo centric. The man is amazing with map control. One of the best in the game. But the problem is he's not as well known as some people think. A lot of the team owners that I've talked to haven't mentioned Mudman Son at all. And I'm a little bit confused by that because the man is arguably more talented than I am. And I think the man should go in the top 20.
you're a player in this draft, correct, dude?
I am, yes.
Where do you think you'll get picked up?
I think round 3 if I'm very optimistic. Maybe round 2. But I'm just saying, I may or may not have gotten 10,000 kills or something in the last week or so. I don't know.
Oh wow, man has been on his grind.
Mildly so.
I definitely see you as the 2nd or 3rd round. Not gonna lie, I definitely see you still being a almost confirmed IBL player. And for those who don't know, there is 3 different types of players that will be able to be here, able to join the league. There will be IBLers, 2-wayers, and B-leaguers. So before we only had 50 players able to make the league, but
And it was not as inclusive as I'm assuming you or Cody wanted, so we decided to expand into a B League, which is going to include anyone who gets drafted at all and a potential free agent. So even if you didn't get into this season, free agency is still a thing. You can still get picked up by a team if you show up and show out in lobbies that they see you in. Maybe they want to pick you up. It's a possibility you can play in the B League and then make your way all the way up to the IBL. We are here for that story.
exactly. Yes, like I said, even if you go undrafted today, folks, there's still a chance that you guys can to make the league. If you have not signed up for the draft, you can have to join as a prospect for season 2. If you do sign up for if you have signed up, you can. I'm umming a lot today. If you have signed up, you can have an option if you go undrafted to join season 2 as a prospect again, or join season 1 as a free agent. We have not received the pick yet. I hope everything is good on the staff's end. If the mods are able to send the confirmed into the staff general, so just take the pick from draft picks, send it in staff general.
I'm getting some word here, Chan, that it is one that's shaking up our predictions a little bit.
Oh, really? I'm very interested
I'm not
going to
say the name because I could be wrong. It could be unconfirmed. I'm getting a couple of reports, but we'll see here. But it could be someone entirely not even in our top 3 rankings.
For sure. Okay, Commissioner D. Cody has the pick. All right.
Commissioner D. Cody.
Hello.
All
On
right.
site.
All right. Let me switch scenes, and I have this. Are you not going up? You got to go up to the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on your way there. All right.
As we watch this, Commissioner D. Cody is now making his way up to the stage to announce the first ever
Who is this guy?
IBL pick number 1 overall.
Where are they? How they get here?
Security.
Security.
Get him off the stage. Get him off the stage.
All right.
Okay. So
I'm
with the
interested.
first
This is your
pick
chance.
of the IBL draft, Team Stuffed with Tough, but Tough, is taking Behavior.
Wow. Absolute shocker.
Absolutely.
The number
Wow.
one overall
The
pick.
number one overall pick. Behavior. As I said, big upside on Behavior. One of the most talented, and everybody in the top 10 arguably interchangeable when it comes to skill. But the problem with Behavior that I am going to point out constantly is communication. How is B going to communicate with their team properly?
Yeah.
Definitely a hurdle they're going to have to overcome there.
Definitely. Very looking forward to how Stuff with Tough builds around Behavior, because obviously they're not going to pick again until draft pick number 20 in the second round. So with that being a number one overall pick, they're going to have to pick a good underrated leader at the number 2 or even round 3.
Absolutely.
2 minutes on the clock. Who's next? Just 1 sec. I gotta pull.
As Behavior says in chat, this is a mistake, and I feel bad for my team. I disagree. You should feel good. You did get picked first overall. You definitely made a good impression with Team Stuff with Tough, and I absolutely think you could make a big splash in IBL. It's really down to how you communicate with your team and how you set up that culture. You're the first overall pick. You're the leader. You're gonna have to set that pace.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Behavior, obviously an immense talent. Only downside is their communications. And if they had communications, I think they could potentially even be a lock.
They more than likely would have been a lock for top 3 for me if they communicated. But I put B as pick number 4 because they're still one of the most talented players.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And I would invite them on. I would invite them to the stage for a interview. But of course.
But what we are literally talking about is why we're not.
Yep, exactly. Coming up next at number 2, we have Cooking with Grease on the clock now. What direction do you think What do you think Arby's? What direction does Arby's go into?
So I haven't had much communication with Arby's by comparison to Team Stuff with Tough, and I also haven't had as much communication with the next team up to pick either Hang 10. But I do want to say, the way Arby's has been talking in chat, it's more that they're looking for a steal here. They want these sleeper picks. They want to take from Mello. And I've seen that in chat a couple of times, that Mello is wanting to go for these sleeper picks, these people who are unproven but have so much potential. I think Arby's might go the same way here. We could see a complete shakeup of the top 5.
And the pick is in if D Cody is ready to announce. One second. Okay. So the second pick of the IBL draft going to Cooking with Grease. I'll get one of the names right eventually. Is T-Snaz.
Wow.
Okay. Not even predicted by many people to go in the top 20. Snaz finds themselves as the number 2 overall pick. Wow.
2 people barely cracking my top 5. Obviously, T-Snaz was probably considered the BattleBox GOAT at one point.
Absolutely, I completely agree. One of the early open beta players that I think dominated the game to the fullest extent of their ability. I have to say, going with past dominance instead of going with a little bit more recent and proven talent is a risk, but I respect the risk that Arby's is taking, and I respect that they are going full head of steam into this season.
Yes, and T-Snaz is absolutely a leader, too. T-Snaz definitely has the knowledge to lead their team, teach maybe the lesser players.
The next generation
of players. Yes, absolutely a good pickup. I definitely had T-Snaz going probably late first with them being kind of an older talent. They absolutely still dominate. T-Snaz pronouns, I do not know. I think he, him.
No idea.
I'm not too sure.
But I'm just gonna say they are them.
They are them, exactly.
Completely. I do want to say absolute. I did a little bit of research on a couple of players for the top 10, and Snaz was one of the people I did research on. I have to say, range, not their strong suit, but they do have good aim. They're capable with kits that aren't sharpshooter. As by comparison, they are really good with the bow. They're really good at slowing down their shots, taking their time, and absolutely playing well.
Of course. I'm very excited this. Now, a couple notable players still on the board. Koi, Mass, Blocky. As someone who has a 6 overall pick, I am very excited. T-Snaz does use he, him pronouns,
Yeah.
for anyone who's wondering. Alright. Obviously we now have Hang 10 owned by Dom, with the 3rd
No
overall
idea
pick.
which one.
Dom
Honest,
on
I
the
have
clock.
no idea.
Remember, Dom, to send your pick into, how many picks are there? 10 each. Remember to send your pick into the respective chat. How has Master Koi not been taken yet? This has been a shocking draft so far. I'm not saying it's bad, but obviously everyone had Mass and Koi high up on their list, and me included.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Atomic Cherry, we haven't seen Moss, we haven't seen Koi. If we don't see any of these three, I'm thinking that the people who are lower on in the draft, they're gonna get some steals.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And as I said, someone who has a number 6 overall is definitely looking forward to this.
You're really looking at this, watching very closely.
I'm liking this so far. I am liking this so far. We do not have a live draft. We have a private draft board. Wait, I could probably actually share this. Just give me one
I'm getting
second.
news what the pick is, and it's an interesting one, and I support it entirely. I think this will help Hang 10 a lot, this pick, but we're probably going to be going, after the pick is confirmed, we'll be going to Decody here in a minute.
Yes, and I just sent the official draft list into my chat, so if anyone wants to see the official order, that is there. And like 10 people just joined that. That's crazy. Okay. Waiting on staff. If staff has any issues, let me know.
Waiting on confirmation here.
Yes. Okay. I also just got word of the pick, which is still an interesting pick. I think it's a good pick, though. I do still think it's a good pick. Chat, who do you guys think is going next?
I get behind it.
Thank you, everyone, for the follows, by the way. I don't have alerts on, so... Mudman Sun, Nightseeker. Ujum predicting themselves.
Make sure you're moving around, by the way, a little bit, Chan.
No, yep. I'll do that. Is everything good staff-wise?
We shall see. We're taking a little bit extra time. They still have time on the clock. They still have plenty of time. About 30 seconds left on the clock, I believe.
Yes. Is Glue and Bitslap already? Because I have rumors of the pick too. I just want to see if they can confirm it. Just remember to send it from draft picks into the staff channel so you guys can confirm. What happens if someone runs out of time? Probably nothing. The Decody pick.
Oh, darn. We just wait a little bit longer.
Yep. All right. The pick is in. Decody, are you ready to announce?
Yes. Okay.
All right, we go to Decody.
With the
Live on the stage.
With the number 3 pick in the IBL draft, Hang 10 is choosing Blocky.
Absolute
Beautiful
dominant
pick.
force. Dominant force.
Yeah.
I get behind this entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Blocky will blend well with the vision Dom has for Hang 10. I think this is an absolute amazing pick.
Dom did just pick Blocky, whose skin is a bird or a penguin, which kind of goes well with the water theme that Dom's going for. I'm just saying.
Exactly. All right, next up we have Wolfpack, owned by the British man Alex Count X. Alex asked me before the draft how the draft works, so we'll see.
That's a good sign. Great sign.
Yes. Obviously, the EU sports leagues are a lot different than American sports leagues. So, Alex is on the clock.
When it comes to American sports leagues versus European, when it comes to esports at least, I don't want to be that guy because I am American, but European tends to dominate NA.
All right. Yes,
Just
I
saying.
just got a rumor. I just got a rumor of the pick. I just had my sources hit me up, and wow, this is interesting. Every pick is interesting, Chad. Every pick is interesting. Every pick is interesting. Okay, the pick is in. I didn't even switch scenes. Let me
Pick
All right,
number
Decody.
4 is in. We go to
Okay,
Decody.
okay. With the number 4 pick of the IBL draft, the Wolfpack picks Kioi.
Yo, one of the most dominant
All right.
forces. Fell a little bit than
Again.
what I expected, but hey, still a top 4 pick. And honestly, I see
Well, I do
Koi
wanna say-
helping out Alex a lot. Koi has a lot of experience in this game. Alex, more of the ownership type player, not much of a battle boxer. I could see Koi being an amazing team leader.
I get behind that, and I do want to say this is one of the safest picks you could have made. As far as skill goes, there is almost nobody who I think can outdo Koi when it comes to trying skill and all around everything when it comes to battle box. Every kit Koi can play. You can actually just go up and you can go out and you can look at the way Koi plays. Koi has a YouTube channel. Koi has montages. Koi shows off how competent they are as a player, and that kind of consistency is why I think they went here.
Yes, exactly. And as we keep saying, Mass still has not been picked up yet, which is
Absolutely.
absolutely
Astonishing,
wild,
in my
astonishing. My first overall pick, but with Mass, I guess people want to go with a heavy hitter with their first overall picks.
I agree, but I
yeah.
think Moss would have been that heavy hitter.
Mass is definitely the best range player in the game, and honestly, if Mass falls to the
Undeniably.
6, spoiler alert, that may be something I'm looking at. A little spoiler. Obviously, Street Sharks up next with the pick. Owned by Joey Fish. Joey Fish, a lot of people in the battle box community do not know. An amazing event player. That's
I'm
okay,
gonna leave
Panda.
this
You
one
don't
up
need
to
to
you. I got nothing for this one.
Yes.
I don't know who Joey is.
Oh no, and that's all good. Joey has I've played in events against them with not with them. They're a dominant event player, and I think when it comes to event players, you know, for most event players, like obviously I'm a Crown Quest player. Joey's a Crown Quest player. You don't
Also,
get
congrats
much.
on MC Mayhem as well, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Jack, by the way, for the raid. Sorry. Yeah, I think, you know, they have to learn the games quick. You know, there's not much time for practice. You have to learn the games quick on the spot. And I feel like Joey kind of brings that experience into BattleBox. Joey can kind of I think he'll learn the game BattleBox well. And I think he'll be able to hopefully expand that knowledge to his players.
From what you've just told me, it sounds like he's a very adaptive person, and that might help him in the way he picks.
All right, and we have the pick in now. Is Decody ready?
Yes. Okay, with the 5th pick in the IBL draft, the Street Sharks pick Dolphin Man.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Moss falling outside of the top 5. I wonder where Moss will go now.
Yes, I absolutely wonder myself. I have absolutely no idea what will happen. I wonder who has the next pick.
It looks at this chart like there's some team named Divine Rising.
Yes, Divine Rising, owned by none other than me. I sent my pick in. I will let the staff confirm.
That was fast.
Yes, it was very fast.
I think Dolphin Man gets his chance on stage first. Oh,
Yes.
never mind.
Oh no.
All right.
All right.
All right, we go to Decody now live with the pick.
Oh, is the pick in? The pick is not in quite yet.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Jumping a little
I
ahead.
thought it was confirmed. It's my bad.
Okay.
All right, the pick is in.
With the 6th pick of the IBL draft, Divine Rising chooses Mass Marvelous. Who would have thought?
Wow. Who would have thought,
shocker
chat?
here.
Complete shocker.
No idea that Divine Rising was going to go with this pick at all.
Yeah, as I've been saying, I mean, I guess I can talk on my own pick here. As I've been saying this entire time, Mass Marvelous, obviously, I think one of the best players to ever play the game. Obviously, I think there's no denying that they are the best ranged player to ever play the game. I think a good heavy hitter will be available in the second round, which is why I went this route.
All right. That's a bit of a gamble you're taking there, but there's a lot of good players still on the board here. You still have TJ on the board. You still have Zulu. You still have PRT on the board. All of them. Great players.
Exactly. I completely agree. All right. Coming up, we have the Breeze. Is it the Breeze Blazzers?
Blazers?
Blazer. Well, there's 2 Z's, so I think Blazer would have 1 Z. Decody. Let's pass the mic along over to Decody. Decody, what are your thoughts on the draft so far?
On the pick
But
so far.
I gotta get to the booth.
Oh, you have a booth. Right.
Oh, his own booth.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I gotta say the picks are quite unexpected. You know, Joy and Mass going so late, was not expecting that, honestly. Chan getting really lucky there with that with that Mass pick. You know, kind of got bailed out by the
I wouldn't say
picking
that.
before him.
I wouldn't say that. No, I would not say that at all.
But yeah, very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. That's all I got. I don't.
I feel like team owners went with the picks that best suited them and the way they want to build their organization, the way they want to build their culture, and the way they want their team run. It could be we definitely heard Chan blush about Mosk falling, but we don't have to keep. Connor, why'd you say it? Why'd you say it?
No, I'm not scripting.
Like
I'm not. This isn't scripted, chat. This is not
I'm
scripted.
Still on? I'm still
yes,
on
you're
air.
still on. You're still on air. You're still on air. All right, let's take it back over to here. All right, we have the next pick in, but before I announce it, before Decody announces, I just want to go over. Next up, we have the Breeze Blazzers, owned by Uncertain Pine. The reason Uncertain Pine was picked as an owner is he is an event organizer himself. He organizes the event Fruit Wars, a content creator event. Has had a lot of success. Been on a little bit of a break, but is up next. All right, Decody, are you ready to announce?
Let's see where he's gone.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. With the 7th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazzers are going to be picking Mudman Sun.
Amazing pick.
Wow.
Amazing pick.
Hey, completely behind it.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And a lot of people don't know Mudman Sun. Not up until recently. Every combine I've seen them in, they've been dominating. They haven't been known beforehand, but they have been dominating combines, and I think that's what Uncertain Pine is seeing. Uncertain Pine, not really a battle box player.
And the combine's definitely, as you said, playing a big role in this pick, showing how talented he was at the combine really gets him here. And on a person who's not knowledgeable in battle box using the combine to find the best players they can, absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with you there. All right, one player we have not seen yet. Atomic Cherry. Up next we have Serpentine.
Surprised.
Serpentine's pick is in. We will get to that in 1 second. Serpentine owned by Mellow, Cello, Jello, Cello, Hello. No, I'm just joking. It's Mellow. Mellow, known for owning the
Serpentine.
Yeah, Serpentine and the MCC Island Champions Discord with like 1,200 members. Absolutely successful organizer, which is why I think they'll be an amazing team owner, an amazing organizer.
Probably a great scout too for talent there, because they've run that, they've seen talent, they know what they're doing, and you have to take a look and see Hang 10 and Serpentine both were the teams hosting these mini combines, getting people together. So Mello and Dom honestly have the largest amount of people to work with and probably have the biggest picture here on what they're going to draft.
Yes, exactly. Just waiting.
Waiting to see the pick confirmed now.
Yes. Okay. Yep. No. And obviously, they do not have to be online. All right. Just looking here. Just want to check a couple things before moving on. Make sure everything's running smoothly. All right, Decody.
Okay.
Yours.
With the 8th pick of the IBL draft, Serpentine chooses Urchint.
Okay. This is Urchint. I'm not too familiar with. I know they are a dominant MCC Island player, not a BattleBox player, but an absolute dominant force in MCC Island. I think this is a really good pick. I think this is absolutely an amazing
Argent
pick.
is well known for a couple of things. He was in a couple of Mr. Beast events. He was in a couple of Tubbo events, actually, and the guy competed really well. He's a PvP mastermind, an event mastermind, and I've got to say, I was surprised I didn't see him on a lot more predictions. The guy is all around well known, and he's very talented.
Yes, and we'd love to see that here at IBL. It is not just a BattleBox league, it is a Minecraft league. One thing I always tell everyone, that it's more than just BattleBox, it's a Minecraft league. External talent can come and learn the game quick with the right ownership and absolutely dominate some of the regulars. So I'm glad we're not just getting BattleBox one tricks in these draft picks, which I kind of expected for the first couple rounds, not gonna lie. I thought maybe some of these event players, especially like Dolphin Man, would fly under the radar, but absolutely not a bad draft so far. Not a bad draft so far.
A lot of heavy hitters already gone, and a bunch of sleeper picks also taken, but we still have plenty more to go, and we still have plenty more players that are super talented on the board.
Yes,
we still have Zulu on the board, we still have PRT on the board, TJ's on the board.
And
I could go on
Atomic
and on.
Cherry.
Also Atomic Cherry.
Atomic
who
Cherry.
has fallen outside of the top 8 now.
Yeah.
I
Will
am
they even be a first round
surprised.
pick? Ooh, hard to say.
That is true?
Yeah. I think they're definitely the next best pick to choose from, but we'll have to wait and see what the owners decide.
Absolutely.
Another player, Kami, is also available. Yeah, Atomic, Prism. One of them is going to. Is my math correct? Yeah, one of them is going to fall out of the top 10. One of Kami, Prism, or Atomic are going to fall out, and that's absolutely wild to me.
It
All
is,
right.
but we just have more talented players, and certain people must have rubbed other people differently in the way they wanted to draft.
Yes, for sure. And the next pick is in. Next up drafting is obviously Galaxy, owned by Possibilities. Friend of D Cody, and owner of the 10th announced BattleBox team. They just got their branding out today, so let's see who they pick.
Okay. With the 9th pick of the IBL draft, the Team Galaxy is picking Atomic Cherry.
And there we go. We were just talking about how much
Absolutely.
they've fallen. Glad they were still a first round pick. And an absolute steal for the Galaxy team, I think.
I do want to say, this is another similar to B sort of situation where Atomic actually doesn't do comms. Atomic does not do VCs very often with anybody ever. And this is going to be a talent pick. Atomic is the most capable solo queuer in the game. Let's see how it goes with a team.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And one more pick left in the first round. That pick is going to go to Nightmare. They're going to pick the next two, number 10 and number 11. Remember, this is a snake draft. Owned by Panday. I met Panday about a month ago, okay? Panday helped create one of my other Discord servers, Serpentine. Yeah, absolutely going to be an amazing organizer. One thing, though, is they may not be familiar with the game of BattleBox too much. And I've seen them in game. They're still a really good player. And they're in my chat right now. All right.
And that's another bonus there in your chat, too, right?
Exactly. All right.
So,
next pick is in. Just give me 1 second, Decody. Let me just make sure I don't get kicked from Island. Just move around a little
also
bit.
a good idea.
Yes, of course. I haven't been tabbing back in too much. All right. Handing over the stage to you, Decody.
Okay. With the 10th pick of the IBL draft, Nightmare chooses the OG Toot.
Wow. I know Toot.
Okay.
Toot is one of my best friends. He may have been picked a little early, in my opinion.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna let you elaborate. You want to
All
say
right.
the good parts about Toot? Go
Yes,
ahead.
Toot is an amazing PvPer. Toot is an amazing PvPer and amazing friend of mine. I just feel like there's better picks on the board. I feel like Toot is a late second round, top third round. I don't know if they were a first rounder, but here we are.
Must have done something to jump up the draft board for Nightmare. You've got to think that, Pandai maybe doesn't know the scene well enough, but I do want to say Toot's a good player. He could definitely make some splashes, make some good plays. It's really based on who do they pick next. because they have back-to-back picks.
Yes, exactly. And we actually do have the next pick here. We might as well stay on stage.
Absolutely.
Okay. With the 11th pick of the IBL draft, Nightmare chooses Prism.
Yes, Prism.
Great pick.
Yes, an open beta player, open beta legend. Sorry, that took a little second to come out. I believe they peaked at like 3 all-time kills, and one thing that's holding them back from that number 1 spot is they got locked out of that account thanks to the Minecraft Mojang migration.
Yeah,
So
I was going to bring that up. So Prism is no longer Prism. Prism is now Rizm and is the Riz god and has rizzed his way in pick
off the
number
booth,
11.
off the booth for that one, bro.
No. You can't. You can't tell us the truth.
But yes, absolutely amazing pick. Yeah, one of the top talents for sure. Definitely, yeah, and you know that includes the first round and the first pick of the second round. So, what are your thoughts on the first round so far, or not so far? But the first round's done. What are your thoughts on the first round?
What are my thoughts on the first round and the first pick of the second round? Thank you, Chan. My thoughts are the first round crazy. You've got behavior going as the first overall pick. A player with no communications is about to test the waters. We're gonna see, is communication absolutely essential for IBL, or can they completely skill their way around it? You have these super talented players in actual real life sports that have physical ability. You can look at somebody like Cam Newton, who was really good for 5 years and then completely burned out because all he did was use his full talent and he didn't do any practice, and it hurt his team in the long run.
Yes, I personally am Canadian, so I do not watch football, but I will agree with that statement.
That analogy means nothing. No.
Yes. Coming up next, we have Galaxy with their second round pick. Hopefully we speed things up a little bit. We were a little scuffed at first, but hopefully picks come in a little quicker now. Galaxy picked up Atomic Cherry in their first round. As you mentioned, not a communicator, I don't believe. You can confirm that, right? Not a mic player. Hello,
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, we're talking about Atomic Cherry. We're talking about the team Galaxy.
Yes, another non-mic player, and I think you can really compare B and Atomic to each other. I think if you switch the B and the Atomic pick, they make a little bit more sense, but it's still fine. They both still win in the first round. They're both extremely talented players, and it's what do they do to get around the communication block? That's what I'm most interested to see.
Yes, for sure. And the next pick is in. Decody, are you ready?
Yes, one second. Okay. With the 12th pick of the IBL draft, Galaxy is picking Blurry. Yeah.
Blurry goes number 12 overall to Team Galaxy. I thought maybe we'd see a Koi Blurry duo, but I guess Galaxy decided to pick up Blurry. Blurry is still a top 10 player right now on leaderboards. They do not play the game as often. Some call them washed. He'll have to prove himself in this league to beat those allegations.
Absolutely, but I do want to say they're probably not as washed as you're making them out to be. They're really talented. They quote-unquote retired, but when they did come back, they still absolutely wiped the floor with everybody. Super talented player. I love the pick.
Yes, of course. Blurry, I hope Blurry comes into their prime and absolutely dominates this league. Have they been a Combine player? I haven't seen their game recently.
I don't have recollection of Blurry being in the Combine. They might have. I do not know.
All right. Yeah, Blurry being paired with Atomic. We'll see how that duo does in the league. And yeah, next up we have Serpentine. Owned by Mello. They picked up Urchin in the last, with their first round pick, 8th overall. Hopefully we'll see maybe a more BattleBox main that can kind of come in and show how the game of BattleBox is played.
Maybe steer the team in the right direction.
Exactly. We got the dominant force in Urchin. Let's see what direction Serpentine goes. Do you have any predictions? What are your thoughts? What do you think they take this pick?
So my recollection is that Mello has told me that they wanted to go for these sleeper picks. They wanted to go for the people that people aren't actually seeing, and that's why they started holding these combines with Dom. I'm interested to see what the pick is because honestly, I'm as close as you are because Mello kept it really close to the chest, did not show any of their cards.
Yes, of course. I'm really excited to see. I just got a little bit of a leak here from one of my sources. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Decody pauses their stream. Let me come here. Where did you go? Did you get AFK kicked?
Yes.
Oh my god. This guy.
It happens too often.
This guy. Alright, if the owners can confirm this pick, we will get onto it. Alright, the pick is in. Decody, are you ready?
With the 13th pick of the IBL draft, the Serpentine selects Duzum.
Duzum,
Great player.
Amazing
Fantastic. I love this pick. I played with Duzum in the Combine. This guy is super talented. His knowledge of the game completely surprised me. He has situational knowledge that I'm just impressed. I briefly interacted with him on Combine Day, and I really can't blush about the guy enough.
Yes, and I believe Duzum and Urgent definitely have some chemistry that could definitely help them win games.
Completely agree. And Duzum is a great guy to have steer this team. He is battle box knowledge. He has map knowledge. He loves taking map control. He doesn't like to give up anything to anybody. And I think that's going to go a long way with steering Urgent and his development.
Yes, and I completely agree. I'm really excited for this team now. I am really excited to see where they go with their third round. Up next, we have Breeze Blazzers again. Breeze took Mudman's son, an absolute I think they have potential to be the best player in this league so far.
Absolutely, I can get behind that. It's what team do they build around him? They took Mudman's son. They took a very good a very good close range PvPer. Who do they go for next?
That's a good question.
Who
Lots of
do
good
they
names.
do to round their team?
Yes, lots of good names left on the board. Obviously we're still going Cammy, Zulu, TJB. Lots of people.
I'm going for my hard read here, Chan. I'm going Zulu because the guy's a range god, and if you pair him with Mudman's son, I wonder what they could do.
Yes, of course. Yes, up next we have the Breeze Blazzers, owned by Serpentine. Still waiting for this pick to come in. Just communicating with our staff right now.
Yeah,
making sure everything is good.
I'm getting word about the pick here, and there's influence from Mudman apparently on what the pick is.
All right, and our pick is in. Decody, are you ready?
1 second.
Oh. A little bit of pause here. Oh, and it's pronounced Blazers. Okay, I've been pronouncing the team wrong. It's Blazers. I thought Blazers had 1 Z, not 2. All right.
Bro's talking about the shirt.
With the 14th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazers pick Saitama.
Yeah. One of our IBL staff gets picked in the second round. I did not see this coming. Saitama is a talented player, but I did not see him go in the second round.
As I do want to say, I agree with this, but I care for my life, and I know I'm going to talk to them later, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yes, of course. Okay, yeah, amazing pick. Let me pass it on to you, because I have to decide my pick now. It is hard to manage and this pick at the same time.
Commentate at the same time, so I'm going to completely take over. Divine Rising. First pick is Moss, a great player who blends with almost anybody, greatest range player in MCCI right now, considered by many people to be such. But where does Divine Rising go next? You have Moss, great player to build around. Who do you see Divine Rising taking here? I don't know. I have no idea here, because there's this sequential order of skilled players that you could go for. You've got Moss, who is a battle box one trick. Do you go for somebody who's got more potential and is new to the game, or do you go for somebody who's another one trick and just try to fully silo yourself into quick, ranged play? I have no idea.
All right, I put my pick in. For everyone just joining us, IBL is the Island Battlebox League, Minecraft's first esports league, ran like an American sports league or just normal esports. Basically, we're drafting for Season 1. The season should be starting in the next week or two.
Chan, we've been found.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
We've been found, Chan.
All right. The pick is in. Decody. Off to you.
Okay. With the 15th pick of the IBL draft, the Divine Rising picks Landon Legends.
All right, I'll explain my pick here. Landon, I have dueled this guy before. Obviously a team organizer of the popular event Minecraft Mayhem. Absolutely no influence to my pick whatsoever. Absolutely destroyed me
Peculiar.
multiple times in Sword PvP. I've dueled this guy on Legacy, and I'm impressed by his game. I think pairing him with Mass Marvelous will definitely... He's in my chat just saying LMAO right now. I think pairing him with Mass Marvelous will teach him the game of Battlebox.
Absolutely
and
yield good results.
Yes, exactly. A very good sword player. Probably one of the best sword players I've seen here. And hopefully they put me in the next Minecraft Mayhem. Let's go, Landon. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Street Sharks owned by Joey Fish. Joey went an event player route. They picked Dolphin Man in the first round. I definitely think they should get a BattleBox experienced player like Zulu or Cammy or maybe some of the closed beta leaderboard players.
Absolutely. I could see this team going the same route as the Urchin Doozum team, finding somebody who's a BattleBox player to steer them in the right direction, someone who's got that game knowledge and experience to push their team where they need to be and take them to the next level.
And I completely agree with that. Yeah, all right, we have the pick is in. Let me just switch scenes real quick.
Okay.
Load up. All right, Decody, it's up to you.
Okay. With the 16th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks select Flotos.
Absolutely amazing pick. I was debating between Landon or Flotos for my 15th pick. What are your thoughts, dude? Oh, hello, dude? Oh, you are lagging right now. You're roboting right now. Oh my god. Wait.
You got possessed.
Yeah,
All right, am I still possessed? Am
no,
I better
you're good now. You're good now.
All right, let's go. They're going the event player route. They're going for the potential, the heavy hitters, the people that they think can to push their team beyond, and they're going for some... I'm just reading Cody's chat, and it's calling me a Halloween spirit.
Oh, gotta love it.
I think they're going for these event players. They're going for these guys that have this knowledge and can perform under pressure. They're probably going to pick up somebody who can direct them later on, maybe even be their sub player to just teach them and be their IBL B League leader, but teach the actual IBL team what they need to do. A potential coach, if you will.
Yes, and people say Flotas isn't a BattleBox player, and they're not considered a BattleBox main. But in
to that I say, Cope Seeth Malt, he got picked, you didn't.
True, but Flotas has actually won multiple BattleBox tournaments in Mello's Island Discord. So obviously, I believe Flotas is not. Wait. What is Tise? What is Saitama saying right now? Yes, they don't have to be online, Tama. They just have to be in the Discord. And if Flota's left, I'll force him to join again.
Oh.
Alright. Coming at pick 17, we have Wolfpack. They went and they picked at number 4 one of the BattleBox GOATs, Koi. And I think they could pair an inexperienced player, a heavy hitter, with Koi, and Koi could definitely teach the ropes. Or they could just go for another BattleBox know-it-all, another BattleBox legend. Either or would fit amazing with their team.
The thing is, I think the picking of these BattleBox greats and then you pick a person with so much potential is a great idea, because you don't want to put too many big egos in one room because they may not mesh. They may not be that team. They may not go well together. And it really does matter who you pick here. Because if you go with potential, You have a chance to create some good chemistry, some learning, a teacher-student dynamic, which will go great. Or you can go with peer dynamic. You can go with for here, and I'm curious to see what the pick is.
And I'm exactly too. Wolfpack on the board. Ujin, if you could just get out of my way, that'd be great. I will ban you from this league if you interrupt. If you can sit in the background. But if you
background.
Yep. All right, and the pick is in. Let's pass it over to our co-commissioner Decody.
Okay.
Let's see it.
With the 17th pick of the IBL draft, Wolfpack picks Kami.
Yes, Kami, I don't
Number
really know how to
one
pronounce.
performer.
Yes, one of
I've talked to them before. It's Kami, number one combine player by far. Absolutely showed up, showed out. Went from being on some people's predictions charts from in round 5 to round 2. I think this is a great pick. Super talented.
Yes,
I could not.
And I absolutely agree with this pick. Absolutely amazing heavy hitter. They have the experience. They have the skill. They do it all. They absolutely do it all. This guy going this far down in second round might be considered one of the biggest deals of the draft. I don't know what your thoughts on this are, but they definitely have potential to absolutely dominate this league and prove they should have been a first rounder.
I do want to throw this out there. Zulu is still on the board.
Zulu is still on the board.
That is surprising to me.
Yes,
a potential first round pick could fall to the third.
Yes, and that's what we love about this league is anyone from the first round all the way down to the third round could be interchangeable. Next up at number 18, we have Hang 10. Hang 10 on the board. What did you have to say?
I think I can get a hard prediction on Hang 10 here. I'm thinking they go deeper MC. A really great combine player. Great with sword, great with everything, has good map knowledge. Communication's a little tough. I didn't get to com with them while they were in the combine, but it does happen. You know, maybe they just weren't able to com, and maybe they're capable of doing so. But I think great pick if it goes to deeper.
All right, we'll have to see. Hopefully, we get the answer here soon. Remember chat. Join the IBL Discord if you guys haven't already. I will run the command in my chat right now. Absolutely exciting season coming up. Already up to a crazy start. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at some big names here. Another name we haven't mentioned yet, Spectre Knight, I think is crazy as well. I think Spectre Knight, there's a lot of battle box names that could go down the list.
I'm getting where what the pick is, and
the pick
is a good pick in my opinion.
Yes, the pick is in. Decody, let's bring it to you.
Okay, with the 18th pick of the IBL draft, Hang 10 picks Hasby.
All right, Hasby. All right, what are your thoughts on this pick, dude?
I don't have really much to say about Hasby. I think he does the talking himself. His gameplay is great.
Yeah, Hasby, an elite player. I don't really know their battle box knowledge very well. I know they're an all-around island player. Let's see if they can dominate this league, and I'm really rooting for them.
Same here. They're an all-around good battle box player. If you didn't, I didn't know you didn't know. That's why I was throwing it off to you. But Hasby's great battle box player, all-around good MCC Islander as well. Main Sky Battle. However, they've been briefly nudging their way into battle box. I've been seeing them more and more and more. Let's just see if they can continue that transition smoothly.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. And they are being paired with Blocky right now, so that could be a deadly duo for years to come.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Next up we have Cooking with Grease. Cooking with Grease has their pick in now. All right, passing it to you, Decody.
With the 19th pick of the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease picks Brunted.
Brunted, an absolutely dominant force on MCC Island. Their IGN right now is Boonted for Halloween, celebrating Halloween. Brunted gets paired with T-Snaz. I believe these two have an amazing chemistry. I think they have teamed together in Island Championships before. So I'm really excited to see this duo. I feel like they're going to build a really good chemistry team. I feel like Arby's is going for chemistry over pure skill.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. He is they've got amazing chemistry. They've played with each other. I've heard them calming a little bit from here and there. In Melo's mini combine, they were teamed together and they calmed great. And honestly, I think synergy is a good idea to go for this early in the draft.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I feel like, you know, you could go multiple routes here. You could go for skill, or you could go for chemistry. And I feel like chemistry and teamwork.
I think they're doing both.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. They're obviously both elite players. But chemistry is what's going to make or break this league, and I feel like they have a good combination of both. I feel like both players will work to go all together, and maybe even teach some B-leaguers or any players that play for the Hang 10 franchise or Cooking with Grease franchise. Sorry. All right, next up we have the last pick in round 2. Pick number 20, Stuff But Tough. Also,
Oh, I got AFK kicked again. Let's go.
Oh god. I'm here. Ujim is taking your spot.
No.
All right. All right. Yeah. Stuff But Tough has the next 2 picks. We're close to closing out round 2. Who are some sleepers right now who definitely deserve to go round 2, but you have not seen yet?
Zulu. He's still there.
Yes, Zulu. Zulu dominated the combine. The combines I've hosted, Zulu was really showed out. And I think Zulu will be an amazing pick for anyone at this stage of the game. I think they're maybe considered a steal at this position.
I would consider them a steal if you got them in early round 2, and now you're finding them at early late too. At late too?
Late.
English is hard. My bad. At late round 2, you could get an absolute steal here.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I'm really excited to see how Stuff But Tough goes with these next 2 picks. All right. The next pick is in. Stuff But Tough.
Okay.
Do you Decody to announce?
Okay. With the 20th pick of the IBL draft, Stuffed But Tough, pick Decody.
Wow, Commissioner Decody,
Yeah.
the last pick of the second round. Decody, let's pass it to you. What are your thoughts for working for this franchise? What do you bring to the table?
I do consider myself stuffed and also tough. So
honestly, we love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. Very excited. I'm absolutely super hyped about this pick. Obviously, if you guys don't know, I'm gonna hype you up a little bit. Decody. Decody is one of the OG players, one of the best Battlebox players of the closed beta era. Leaderboard player. What did you peak at, Decody? What was your peak leaderboard player?
Third.
So
Yes.
similar positioning to Prism, and an interesting playstyle that, in my experience, Cody is a very aggressive person when he needs to be, but I've seen him play passive, and I think that's where his strong suit is. When he plays defensive, he can get you in these massive combos. He can completely 180 a game. Savior aced on my ass like 3 times, and it hurt me so many times. But I think it's a great pick.
Yes, of course. And Stuff But Tough also has another pick to go through. I wonder who they're going to pair, because right now we have Decody and Behavior. I wonder how the communication's going to go. Decody's definitely going to have to take a leader position. Decody, you've definitely gone against Behavior a lot. What are your thoughts on...
True. I think Behavior is very good. I think they can cook, and I don't think it'll matter too much with the comms, because you really don't need 4 people comming all the time, but we'll see how it turns out. We'll see.
Yes, of course. I'm absolutely super excited.
And with Stuff But Tough picking their third person here, we're kind of going to get a good grasp of what their team's going to look like in the long term.
Exactly.
We're going to see their IBL starting team. More than likely, these 3 players will be their starters.
Yes. And staff I heard staff say that player wasn't in the Discord. Can staff just confirm that real quick? And also Flotus, I see you just joined us. Flotus was drafted 16th overall by the Street Sharks, owned by Joey Fish. I just want to get some confirmation from staff. Just type a yes in the staff chat. Yeah, Flotus, absolutely elite talent. Going for that second round is crazy. Yeah.
Looking at this pick, and I like it.
I like this pick too. I just want to confirm one thing. If staff members can confirm this. that they're in the are they confirmed in the Discord? Because I heard someone say they weren't, so I just want to get a confirmation that they are. Floatism and Dolphin Man are going to be a hard-hitting duo. We are absolutely excited to see that duo on the Street Sharks owned by Joey Fish. Yes, deep. Yes. All right, Decody. The floor is yours.
With the 21st pick of the IBL draft, Stuffed But Tough picks Deeper MC.
I'll pass this on to you, dude. What do you know about Deeper MC?
Well, I do want to say, I didn't get to com with them very much. However, they did carry their teams at Combines. They were active. They were there. They showed up. They showed out. They were confident. They pushed aggressively. They got multiple kills. I don't think they had a single game below 5 kills in a sweaty lobby, mind you. That is super. That is fantastic. And if they can pull those stats in IBL, they'll be great.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. This is a really good pick. This is beginning the 3rd round. And the next pick is already in. Cooking with Grease. Let me just pull up my notes here. Clicking the wrong tabs. Yeah, Cooking with Grease with the 22nd pick. Off to you, Decody.
All right, with the 22nd pick of the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease chooses Zenrule.
Zenrule, another elite talent in this league, going to Cooking with Grease.
I'm gonna let you do this one, Chan. I got the last one.
Okay. Yeah, Zenrule. I actually not too familiar with Zenrule. I know that I hear that name and I know they're a good player. Let me just pull up some stats here. Zenrule.
They definitely have a Minecraft account.
Yeah, they definitely have a Minecraft account. I don't think they're a BattleBox main, but they are a elite player. And we already have Hang 10's pick up next. Passing it to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 23rd pick of the IBL draft, Hang 10 chooses India.
Yes. Now,
going for a full country here. Great idea. I'm just...
Yes. India 26. I know India. They are one of my viewers. I partied with them before, and I have never played with such an elite healer.
I actually agree with that entirely.
Yes, yes, an elite healer is definitely needed in this league. They are a no-com. They're in Decody's chat right now saying they're on mobile, which is kind of crazy.
That's kind of cracked.
I definitely expected India to make the league. I definitely think they're going to be an underrated pick. I was hoping to pick them up as like kind of a sleeper, not going to lie. I really thought they were going to go later, so I was looking at them for my 4th or 5th round maybe. For them to go into 3rd is absolutely crazy. They're going to be paired with Hasby and who else is on Hang 10? Blocky. Honestly, kind of...
You're pairing 2 really good healers with each other.
Yes, but with Blocky, Blocky's a heavy hitter as well. Blocky, if India takes the healing... Yeah, if India takes the healing, Blocky can take the heavy hitting. Blocky can focus more on being the dominant leader that they need. Alright, next up we have Wolfpack, Alex Count X. Previously picking up Cammy and Koi. I'm really excited to see what his 3rd round pick will be.
Now, it looks like they're going for this peer synergy of these really talented players that are comparable to each other in skill and really good at the game. If they're going for that like friend or like equals perspective, I'm wondering who they're going for here because Zulu's still on the board. If you want to go for Zulu, that's a great option.
Yes, exactly. Zulu going this low is kind of shocking to me. Spoiler alert, I have my eyes on them. As someone who is coming up in a few picks, if they drop any lower, it is an absolute shocker to me.
A good pick.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm getting words. Good pick.
Yes. All right, the next pick is in. Decody, this is off to you.
Okay,
Wolfpack.
with the 24th draft of the IBL. With the 24th pick of the IBL draft. There we go. The Wolfpack picks Alex the Droog.
Alex the Droog, an absolutely elite PvP player. I thought some people were going to sleep on Alex, but I think this is very well deserved. Obviously, Alex the Droog being paired up with owner Alex Count X is kind of a crazy duo. What are your thoughts on Alex the Droog?
I don't have as much experience with Alex as much as I want. The guy is insanely talented. I've run into him a couple times, and still one of the few players that absolutely has my number in solo queue. Can't beat the guy to save my life. Great pick, in my opinion, from my experience with him.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I think I've played against Alex quite a bit. And in my chat, someone's saying Poi, KXM, and Alex trio, kind of absolutely kind of a crazy, scary trio. You do not want to go up against. Yeah, They have the knowledge, they have the skill. This is going to be a deadly team. All right.
Couldn't agree more with you there. I'm interested to see what the next pick, though, is.
Yes, next pick is coming up is 25. Is there a spreadsheet? Yes, there is. I'll actually link the spreadsheet again. That is not it. Let me just give me 1 second, chat. I will link the spreadsheet. Yeah, next up we have Street Sharks. Street Sharks obviously has Floatovs and Dolphin Man. I really want them to pick up an experienced BattleBox player with its third pick to kind of mesh.
I think he's been on the board for this long, a potential first rounder, a guy who has more game knowledge than anyone else left on the board. Zulu, great pick, would blend perfectly with this team.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. This is going to be crazy.
Or they could go for more potential picks.
Yes. I feel like
there's
going to
be a pick, and it does fall under what we are recommending. It does fall under experienced battle box player. In fact, probably somebody who has a little bit more experience, and we'll see. And it's more experienced than Zulu, so this could be a good pick.
Yes, of course. Passing it on to you, Decody.
Okay. With the 25th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks choose Retro Bow.
Retro Bow, an absolute modern day player. I played against them. I thought before, back when I was first hearing of them, they were kind of an overrated player. But seeing them play in the Combine, they have absolutely proved themselves to be a dominant force in today's day and age of BattleBox.
I've got to say, Chan, I think you ran into Autopilot Retro, which is he's just solo queuing and still dropping 5Ks left and right. And when he's actually focused, you saw what he did at the Combine. He is talented. He is there. He is ready to perform, and he is this veteran presence. Peaked at #1 all-time kills. This guy is the talent that this team needs to guide it and show it how to play BattleBox properly, how to do it principled, and how to come away with the win.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. This is an absolute dominant player. I'm actually kind of I'm questioning my next pick. I have multiple directions I want to go through, but I'm just going through the list here, and I'm just going to see who I think will be an absolute dominant force. I'm just going through my notes right now.
We still have a couple of players that I'm going to point out that are on the board here that I'm a little bit surprised are still sticking around. You got Crusher, old BattleBox player, still on the board. Perhex, old BattleBox player, still on the board. You got Renshi, who's one of the few people to ever get 1,000 kills in a day. Absolute talent. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they're still going to stay on the board after this round or if they're going to be into the next round or the round after. I'm curious.
All right, and I'm just putting my pick in. Hopefully the staff verify it. I think I like where I'm going with this. I think I like the direction I'm going in. A lot of people probably don't see this coming, but
I'll tell you, I didn't.
Yes, and I'll explain my reasoning
I like
here
the
in a
pick,
second.
though. I like the pick.
I'm glad you like the pick. All right, Decody, let's pass this one on to you.
Okay, with the 26th pick of the IBL draft, Divine Rising chooses Potsker.
Yes, Potsker. All right, a little bit of what my reasoning behind the pick. Potsker is the reason I picked Potsker over Zulu is because Zulu doesn't have comms. I looked at the forum. Zulu is not a comms player. Potsker, I've only heard of Potsker recently. They've been climbing the BattleBox leaderboards. I feel like they'll be top 10 easily someday. They absolutely grind this game. They absolutely have passion for this game. I'm really excited to help. He's going to absolutely lead my team. I think pairing him, as he is an absolute heavy hitter, pairing him with Mass Marvelous, it's gonna be a really good season, I think, for Divine Rising so far.
I do want to say I agree with that. And he's a steal at this position, in my opinion, somewhat. Mainly because of the fact that he is well known that he's coming up the leaderboards. He's been playing. Every time I log on, Pot's on. Every time somebody else is going to log on, Pot's going to be on. This guy is grinding. He is showing that he has this work ethic that nobody else does. He is showing that, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to loosen up the vocabulary a little bit here. He is no-lifing this game so hard, so much harder than I ever have. And this guy, he's something else.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I'm really excited to work with him. I think he could teach me some things about the game, and I think he can teach a lot of details about this game to anyone in this league, really.
Couldn't agree more.
Coming up next, we have Breeze Blazers with the 27th overall pick. Obviously, Breeze has picked Saitama and Mudman Sun. Looking like a good team so far. What direction do you want them to go in with this pick?
I kind of want them to pick a little bit more of a more leader figure. I know Mudman's going to be a great leader on the team if you need him to be, but you want to pick somebody who's got a little bit more game knowledge and experience. Mudman's a great player. He's a beta player. He's also a open beta player. But the problem with that is he kind of has played other games off and on. He's not a one-trick. You need a one-trick because they have the knowledge that some others don't. The way certain maps work, the way certain locations work. For example, you've got the one-tricks are going to know that Slay is such an open map because you can go everywhere. You just have to control up top. I don't know if they have that yet.
Yes.
We shall see.
And can you warp me again? I got TP'd out.
I did too, don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right.
At this point, I'm just sitting
All
in the
right.
tunnel.
Well, the next pick is in, so I will switch to this scene, and Decody, if you want to announce it.
Okay, with the 27th pick of the IBL draft, the team, what team is it?
The Breeze Blazers.
The Blazers pick Carrion Muncher.
Absolutely amazing pick. Carrion is definitely one of the most underrated players in this league, I believe. I believe them coming third round. A lot of people might have not seen this, but I think this is a good pick. I think this is a really good pickup.
I do want to say he is munching tonight because he's in the third round. He wasn't predicted to go until the 6th by some people. I've got to say, Zulu, I'm still mad that Zulu's still on the board. This guy is so talented, and I'm rooting for him to go eventually. But I have to say, Carrion, good pick. I think he's got some synergy with the people who he's on his team with.
Yes, exactly. And the next pick is in by Serpentine. Decody.
Okay. With the 28th pick of the IBL draft, Serpentine chooses Floofy Flame.
Floofy Flame. I
Wow,
really expected
right.
this. I saw Mello drafting Floofy. Floofy, and a lot of people may not know Floofy. Floofy is still an elite talent in this league. Floofy can still kind of pop off and probably teach their team a lot about the game.
I love Floofy as a pick. I love this as a pick more than for a bunch of reasons. I have to say, Floofy, experienced player, and has nonchalantly been a top 50 player in BattleBox for a very long time. And he doesn't even main the game. That's what surprised me. I think IBL is going to get him to main the game, and once he mains this game, I'm scared to see what he could do to this league.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. Floofy is an elite talent. A lot of people underrate Floofy, but hey, Floofy Flame coming for the league. We're into the late third round now. Next up we have Galaxy and
starting to
Nightmare.
enter when I'm sad. We're starting to enter when I'm going to be a 5th rounder.
Yes, dude has yet to be drafted so far.
It's sad.
I'm
I'm hurting.
Don't worry, dude.
Because I know Zulu's going to get picked ahead of me.
Hey, this draft has been shocking so far. Anything can happen in this draft. Are you able to TP me, by the way, so I can get back to that scene?
Yeah, here, I'll go back. I'll go back to work.
All right.
Give me a second.
All right. Venti, you can confirm you're one of the. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I trust you, Venti. I trust you. Okay. Venti is also one of
I
the.
like the pick. I think I've seen it.
Yes.
I like it.
All right. Off to you,
I
D
like this pick
Cody.
a lot.
Okay, with the 29th pick of the IBL draft, Team Galaxy chooses Zulu.
Yes.
What more is
Nadal
there to say,
Zulu.
Chan, than finally he goes off the board. One of the best range players. The only other person who I think is comparable to Moss when it comes to range.
Yes, absolutely. One thing that was holding Zulu back was the comms thing, but Zulu is absolutely deserving of a, first round pick or second round pick even. They're deserving of it. And I think he pairs well with Blurge. Who else did they draft? They drafted Blurge and Atomic Cherry. I think this is going to be a
Are we
this is
going to
be a
hear
scare
Team
team.
No-Com?
This
Is
might be
gonna Team
a
No-Com?
no-com team, and you know what? If someone wants to go that route and just showcase pure talent, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is and we're getting into the last of the third round. Nightmare has the next two picks, owned by Panday. Panday picked Toot and Prism. Let's see where they go with their third and fourth round picks. Where do you think they go with this?
I think you want to get after somebody that you don't. You want to go after an unknown here. To be honest with you, you want somebody that is proven to be a high potential talent, but you want someone that you know you can train, someone to work with. They can calm, they can do everything that you need them to do, but you want to be able to train them to do better.
All right, and this next pick is in Nightmare. This is a good pick. Can OG Toot announce the pick? This is the commissioner's job. I don't know why you want Toot to announce it.
Well, I mean, sometimes the NFL draft occasionally announces picks.
Okay.
With
We'll go with D Cody. D Cody, you go right ahead.
I tried, chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 30 overall goes to Nightmare.
With the 30th pick in the IBL draft, Nightmare picks Spectre Knight.
Spectre Knight, an elite battle box talent. Definitely one of the newer players in this league. I've only really started seeing them about like a month ago, but they're absolutely a dominant talent. I believe they can also play the healer role, is what I've heard.
So I have a little bit of knowledge on Spectre here. He actually has been around since closed beta. I saw him a couple of times in closed beta. He is more recently a month ago, but I do want to say Spectre, talented player, great player, good pick, and I think if he actually gets to the grindstone and gets after this, he could lead his team. He could be the best.
All right.
I guess I'm just seeing things than Spectre. All right, leave me alone.
It's all good. Next up, the next pick is already up. Off to you, D Cody.
Okay, with the 31st pick of the IBL draft, Nightmare picks Alexis.
Yes, another elite talent. Nightmare getting two back-to-back amazing picks. I absolutely love this. Yeah, this is really good pickup for Nightmare. Both picks. We can still talk about both picks. Amazing pickups.
I'm curious to see how they synergize with each other and how it goes with their comms and their team. But honestly, the talent's there. Let's see if the starting IBL roster does what it needs to do.
Yes, and this is a really good team. I think this could be a team that absolutely dominates the league so far. I think they have a really good 1 through 4. I'm really excited.
All right, here, Chan. Make sure you're in the lobby so I can teleport you.
Yes, just give me 1 second. All right. What lobby do I have to be in? It's not letting me
Just
click
like
it.
hub.
I am in the hub. It's not letting me.
All right, well, we're going to have to wait for cooldown. It's in like 2 minutes, so one more pick.
All right. All right. Yes. All right. Let me do that. Okay. Let me look at the draft board. Next up, Galaxy with number 32. And remember, we're getting into like 2-way contracts at this point. These are people that could still play in the B League, depending on what route the teams decide to go. But still a lot of talent.
Super talented player still on the board right now. Dudachu, absolutely great player.
I absolutely agree with you. Dudachu is an absolute talent in this league. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they go. Definitely a little farther down than what I thought.
The 7th round. Let's go.
All right. The next pick is in. Decody.
I love that. I love that pick.
With the 32nd pick of the IBL draft, Team Galaxy chooses Perhex.
I've seen Perhex in these combines. Perhex is a very good player. I haven't really seen them much in public lobbies. What can you tell me about Perhex?
So my opinion on Perhex here is he's a very principled player. I'm curious to see what he does outside of those principles. Being that if you go for a crit, and then, crossbow shot, you've got these very principled plays from him and map control, everything. I'm curious to see what he does after that. What can he do to expand his play? What can he do to expand his horizons to his team? What is his team going to do to help him continue to progress?
Yeah, I'm absolutely excited to see what they can bring to the table. All right, we already have the next pick in right now, by the way. Serpentine, Mello with the 4th round pick. Off to you, Decody.
Okay. With the 32nd pick of the IBL draft, Serpentine chooses Insidious.
Insidious, and another elite PvPer. Actually, the 33rd pick, not the 32nd pick, Decody.
Close enough.
All right, sorry, I had to mute there to sneeze. Yeah, I think Insidious. Obviously, Mello's been scouting, and Mello sees a lot of potential in this pick. Next up, we have Breeze Blazers with 34. I wonder what they can bring to the table, what they have in mind.
They're probably going to be looking for synergy here. It's a late round pick. If you are looking for an IB, you're either looking for your B League team leader or you're looking for your synergy 4th player. You want somebody that's not going to ruffle the feathers of your team, but is still going to offer something for you.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Any notable names left on the draft board?
Probably Dudachu, Renshi, TJB is still on the board.
Yes, lots of... TJB is a top 10 player and has fallen to the 4th round. Another name I'd like to bring up is O'Slane. O'Slane is also crazy. Also, Dirty Rowlet, Tolotl. There's a lot of good talent in this league. A lot of limited roster spots in the IBL to compete for, and I'm really excited to see this competition. People are going to be fighting for these picks or for these roster spots, and I'm absolutely pumped to see where it goes.
Absolutely.
I got a couple other names here. X-Apple. We still have Unbean, Ultimate Garrett. Tundry's a good player. Tundry's a little bit of a hothead, though. We'll see how far that tanks their drafts back. But we have the Breeze Blazers pick in number 34. Off to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 34th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazers choose Tolotl.
Getting picked up by the Breeze Blazers.
Perfect player to go for synergy. You want somebody that's talented. You want somebody that can still do things, but you also want somebody who can do enough to not ruffle the team's feathers and still be there and still be a competent player on your roster. I love the pick.
Yes, I think it's an absolutely amazing pick. Tolotl, I feel like this might be a little high for them, but I feel like they bring a lot to the table. I feel like there's still a lot of talent they bring to this game. I think they can also play a little bit of healer. I think they party with me sometimes in my when I'm playing with viewers on stream, and I think they can be a good healer for this team as well.
Yeah, I love that pick, but I do want to say I'm also gonna have to I'm gonna have to go to therapy after this one, Coach. I'm hurt.
Hey, I have this next round pick, so we'll see where I take this. I'm just looking through my notes right now.
All right. Well, Chan's team has got Moss on it. It's got who else did you draft? Hold on, I'm curious.
Landon and Potts.
So you've got Potts, Moss, and Landon. So you've got a very up-and-coming sort of team. You've got Moss as the experienced player on the roster. You've got Pot as the up-and-comer, and Landon as a guy who's got so much potential that needs to be refined. I think what Rising needs here is a consistent player. Like TJ would be a great pick here because you've got somebody who's this baseline of skill, who has potential for a lot more, and is still already halfway there to being his best.
Yes, and the pick is in. Off to you, D Cody.
Okay. With the 35th pick of the IBL draft, Divine Rising picks X Apple.
Honestly, fits the same niche that TJ would have fit, and I love that pick. Apple, super talented, great healer, and honestly, great comms, great person.
Yes, I feel like X Apple is a very versatile player. One thing I was also looking at an Oslane, another heavy hitter. Oslane is a no com player, so that's why they did not go in my 4th round. I feel like X Apple can bring a lot. They're a leader. I feel like them paired with Mass can help teach a lot of younger players, and yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see where my team's going so far.
So this looks like it's your starting roster right now. We've got X Apple, Pot, Moss, and Landon. I like this roster, but you need to do some refining. It's the refining of the skill of Landon and Pot that I'm most concerned with.
Yeah, and I think we have a really good team. I think we have a lot of talent on this roster. Just how we blend. I think we have Maz playing the range game, playing that sharpshooter. Depending on what maps get selected, I feel like they could play the no melee range crossbow rapid fire. And any crossbow. I feel like X Apple can be a nice support player. And then obviously Landon, a really good sword player. They don't even need a crossbow. One thing, a lot of these elite talents require crossbows to be good. I feel like Landon doesn't need a crossbow to be elite. And same with Potscar. I feel like Potscar could play the second crossbow. But yeah, we'll have to see. Street Sharks is up next, and the pick is in.
Okay. With the 36th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks pick Tundrick.
Tundrick, another absolutely crazy player in this league. I'm scared of what they can do being a 4th round pick.
But there is the elephant in the room, Chan. Temper.
Yes, temper brings a long way. Obviously, this is a no toxicity league. We will be cracking down on toxicity in game in Discord. And obviously, this is going to work similar to a sports league. This could be this could lead to some suspensions. You know, this is an interesting pick. I think they're a good talent. I think they're good talent, but we'll have to see.
Talented player to get benched due to suspension.
Yes. And Joey Fish is going to have to, manage their players well. Really control them, keep them under control. Next up, we have Wolfpack with the 4th round pick, 37 overall. I wonder what route they're going to go. I'm really excited to see.
We've still got super talented players left on the board. We got TJ. We've got hold on. Let me run down the list. Let me see. I put together a list of players who I thought could fall to the 2nd round, and I'm curious to see if there's people still up there. TJ is my main one that's still on there. That's big surprising to me.
Yes, of course. As we wait for this pick in, we're getting close to the end of the 4th round. If you guys don't know, these are looking like starting roster players. Obviously, only 4 players can play in a game. All right, we have the pick in. Yeah, off to you, D Cody.
With the 37th pick in the IBL draft, Wolfpack picks Glue Sticks.
Glue Sticks. All right, obviously helping us out with this. Oh, yeah, unmuted. Glue Sticks. Let's give you a quick of an interview real quick.
Yeah.
Is this where you expected to get drafted? Yeah. Is this where did you expect to get drafted?
Honestly, I was very unsure as to where I get drafted. For one, I was like, maybe I'll get drafted a little bit later. Maybe I'll get drafted a little bit earlier. Didn't know exactly where I was gonna stand. There's a whole hell of a lot of talent here. It's wow.
Hey.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Yes, we're excited to have you in the league. Do you look forward to playing under owner Alex Count X?
Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting. I'm very excited. I don't know them as well, but I'm I'm very excited.
Yes, of course. And warning for you really quick, he is British, so just be careful of that. Making sure you're prepared for this. And yeah.
You're playing for an EU roster, just so you know.
Don't worry. I know a bunch of EU players. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I do have one more question for you.
Mhm.
What do you think of your teammates?
Well, oh, I'm so excited, dude. I'm you have no clue.
You don't know who they are, do you?
This is gonna be amazing. Kaioi is amazing. Kami is also just fantastic.
Oh, he knows them.
Tons of great players here. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Interested to see how that roster goes. I'm interested to see what they go, the silo that they put themselves in, and the whole of they drafted mainly battle box players. I'm curious to see how it goes.
Indeed.
All right. Thank you for this interview. Really looking forward to having you in the league.
Alrighty, time to get back to staffing. You know the drill.
Staff time.
All right.
Right here, Chan.
All right.
Get
Just
out
one
of
sec. I'm responding.
The AFK there.
Oh, right. I've just been tuned into Decody right now. I don't know how. I'm getting a word from one of the owners that Panday or from Panday, one of his players too, really wants to be interviewed. We'll have to see what if one of the staff want to drag Toot in. We'll drag Toot in if Toot wants to join a VC. We'll drag him in at in between Nightmare's 4th and 5th round picks. Yeah. All right. I'm tabbed out right now. I gotta check. We do not have
I'll
the
pull
next.
him in here if he goes into a VC.
Yes. All right. We're still waiting on pick 38 by Hang 10. I'm really curious where Dom goes with this pick. And the pick is in.
I am.
All right. I just spoke a little too soon. Off to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 38th pick of the IBL draft, Hang 10 has selected Re-Rented.
All right, re-rented is a elite talent for sure. What are your thoughts on the pick?
I absolutely agree with this. I love the pick. I love re-rented. He's a very well-rounded player. There's not much more I can say about his play that really doesn't just go along with the fact that he can do everything that he needs to do. I'm curious which roster he goes on, though. He could be the leader of the B-League team. He'll be the best player on that team unequivocally if he goes to it, or if he wants to round off the roster of the main squad.
Yes, of course, re-rented. A heavy hitter. Definitely expecting him to go a little higher. Kind of shocked to see him this low, but as we know, there is a lot of elite talent in this league. This next pick, coming in from Cooking with Grease, is a little shocking. We'll pass off to you, Decody.
Yep.
Okay. With the 39th pick of the IBL draft from Cooking with Grease, they have selected Yuma LOL.
All right, Yuma, one of the IBL staff. I'm not familiar with Yuma. This is a pick. This is a pick indeed. I'm not really familiar with the Yuma's game.
One of the picks of all time right here.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I think Yuma could have went a lot lower. So to use this, I'm not familiar with Yuma's game. I'm not throwing any shade for anyone watching. I just felt like there was.
I am throwing shade. That's kind of what I do.
Wow.
That's my job.
Okay. You hear here first. Dude is pissed that he was not drafted.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Mod. Maybe this is the.
Mod ban him. No.
All right. All good. All good. All right. All right. Yeah, Yuma.
Oh, server muted. Let's go.
Alright, let's see. What do we got next? We got Stuff But Tough coming in with 2 back-to-round picks. I thought Nightmare had the last round picks. So we'll get an interview from Toot in between Nightmare picks, which is coming up at the end of this next round. The 4th round coming off to a close. Alright, we have the pick in right now. Just give me 1 second. Let me just organize my panels right now. All right, off to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 40th pick of the IBL draft, Stuff But Tough chooses Karnik.
All right, Karnik. Another player I'm not too familiar with. Are you familiar with their game?
Nope.
No. Okay.
And nothing.
Yeah, I
He's
haven't
really good at Valorant.
elite Valorant
You know what?
talent.
He could carry them in Valorant. Supposedly he's this very good Valorant talent. Maybe he could help use his Valorant talents to build synergy with his team. I've got nothing. I'm just kind of trying my best here.
He also cooks me in PvP.
Okay, so an elite player,
he's
an
a
elite
chef.
player, cooking the one and only Decody in PvP definitely is the reason why they were drafted so high. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do this league, and hopefully they can prove me wrong. And yeah, Stuff with Tough coming up with another pick. They got their first 4 in. Let's look over the roster real quick. They have Karnik. They also have Decody and Deeper. So Decody, you are familiar with Karnik yourself?
I am.
Yeah, so you think you'll get a synergy going? Definitely can lead to.
I think so, a little bit. We've played some. We've had our moments.
Hey, I'm definitely excited to see what you guys can do this season. Obviously, they have another pick coming up. We're just waiting. See where they go with this 5th round. Now, this 5th round, we're getting to the backup player territory. There's still a lot of good players left. Oslane, Morpheus.
Shoe.
Two, of course. We have Gorgon. Lots of elite talent.
I'm hurting, chat.
It's okay, dude. It's okay. You'll get drafted soon. You're definitely a steal at this point. And hey, we love to see the steals. We love to see the people fall off in the draft because that
I'm about
gives.
to be Tom Brady. Don't test
Yeah,
me. I'll be Tom
exactly.
Brady.
And you know what? That proves that lights a fire under them, and that can show that they have something to prove, and they'll put the work in. These later picks will definitely be putting the work in to gain that IBL roster spot. All right,
A chip on the shoulder is something that a lot of players use.
Yes, of course. Pick us off to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 41st pick of the IBL draft, Stuff But Tough chooses Clawful.
Clawful coming in as their 5th round pick, the first pick of the 5th round. What are your thoughts on this pick,
idea.
dude? Another name, and hey, we had over 240 signups. There's a lot of people. A lot of us aren't going to know that owners do know. And this is one of these. Clawful, really excited to see what they can do in this league. And that
I do want to say I have there are still arguably, if you want to say, 4 players that are still on the board that really should have gone in the 3rd round, maybe even the 4th round. I want to say TJB, I'm going to say Morpheus, I'm going to say Oslane, and I'm going to say myself because I'm petty, but still.
Yes, and of course I absolutely agree. And the next pick is in already. From Cooking with Grease. Off to you, Decody.
Yep. With the 42nd pick, security! Security!
Get him off the stage!
Get him out of here! With the 42nd pick in the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease chooses Waxton.
Waxton, one of our dedicated staff members to the IBL. I think this is a good pick for Picking with Grease. Waxton, probably underrated. Definitely an underrated pick. Do I think they go this high? I'm not sure. I can't really say much, but I'm really excited to see where this Arby's team Cooking with Grease goes. And I'm also just getting word about our last pick. They are an MCC tester, so yeah. Any thoughts, dude? Anything to add?
I like Waxton as a pick. I do agree with the underrated part. I think they should have been picked maybe a couple picks higher. They are a dedicated member of the mod staff. They help out a lot, and I'm curious to see if their dedication can be focused in on IBL.
Yes, of course, and I'm really excited to see where this Arby's-led team goes. Arby's definitely one of the owners in this league. Arby's more of a hole-in-the-wall main. Definitely excited to see where they lead. Definitely have the best logo in this league. I think we can all agree that the Arby's.
It's obvious that Arby's is a graphic designer and is one of the best of the best.
And exactly, absolutely amazing graphic design talent and amazing owner as well. Still waiting for this next pick.
Chan, make sure you don't get AFK kicked.
Yeah. I'm coming. Hey, Gorgon.
I think Gorgon is also another good player who.
I think Gorgon is another good player. They do rely a little bit on the range game, though. I feel like they don't have much of a melee game, but they definitely rely on the range game. So I do see that's why they kind of dropped a little bit. I'm hoping a team picks them up and trains them in their melee game. Their close
Could
range
also
combat.
be they could also be the ranged B-leaguer, leader of the team there. Obviously an option.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely agree with that statement. Waiting on the 33rd pick from Hang 10. Hang 10 obviously picked up Re-Rented. Yeah.
They have time. They're probably taking their time on their decision. On
Yes,
who they
exactly. There's a lot of elite talent on the board. I do not blame them at all for taking their time. All right, as we wait for this next pick to come in. What team do you think has done the best job so far?
I really like. I forget which team did this. I like the Doozum Urchin team. I love that.
Yeah, definitely an underrated team for sure.
I think that direction of getting one of the most high potential players in Urchin and then directing him with Doozum is just spectacular. It is a great idea.
Yes,
And also,
absolutely.
I'm fairly confident they picked up one other player, but I forget who it was.
Yes, let me see. Yes, it's Serpentine, Urchin, Doozum. They also have Floofy, and they also have Insidious.
So Floof, Insid, Doozum, and Urchin on a team. That is lethal. I
That is a
love
lethal
that.
team, a heavy hitting team. We're really excited to see where this goes. We'll see where they go with their 5th round. Coming up towards the end of this 5th round in about 5 or 6 picks. We're still waiting to hear from Hang 10. I think there's a lot of. I think they have to pick up a heavy hitter here. I think a lot of these players are going a little low. I'm excited to maybe pick up one of these at my 46 spot in about 4 picks.
I'm just sinking in my chair. Well,
Wait,
it's
there's
not
been
me.
trades. There's been trades, and I have not seen them.
Oh, there's trades.
Okay. I did not see this. All right. I wish. Let me know next time in the staff channel. We have a trade. We have 2 trades to announce.
So
Serpent.
Doozum is now a
Yes.
Hang 10 player. That is surprising. And you've also got Blocky also apparently, I believe, going to Hang 10.
Yes. Okay. Let me read the full trade details. So Hang 10 is trading Blocky to Serpentine for Urgent, and also Serpentine is trading Serpentine is trading Doozum to Hang 10 for Hasby. Interesting picks so far. Obviously these will be finalized at the end of the draft. I gotta write these down before I forget, so this is a good intermission.
Alright. We do have the next pick. It is in, but it does need to be verified.
All right. Yes. Let me just let me wait until get these picks down. It was Doozum and Urchint. Just writing these down on the official draft sheet. What are your thoughts on this trade?
Wow. When the draft did happen, I liked Doozum and Urchin on a team. If I'm illiterate or not, I don't know if they're still on a team or not. But if they are, it's a great combo.
Yes. Basically, the
play.
trade is Urchin and Doozum for Hasby and Blocky.
It's
what seems to be the full trade.
I don't know about that, but we shall see if that's a high value or not.
Yes, and I think it could work good for either teams. All right, next pick is in. Let's go to D Cody.
Okay, with the 43rd pick of the IBL draft, Hang 10 is selecting Aquatra.
Aquatra, a very underrated player. Aquatra, I think, is an elite talent. What are your thoughts on this pick?
It's a good pick, definitely. I like Aquatra as a player, as a pick, fantastic. Then that's all I can say about it, to be honest
That's all you
with
can say about it. You like it? Okay. Interesting. As we've been saying, still a lot of talent left on the board. Anything you think was holding these players back? Do you see any flaws in their game that's holding them back, maybe?
So I think my biggest flaw, obviously, is the fact that I'm throwing constant shade. But apart from that, I think you've gotta look at it like this. Did these players show up to the mini combines? Did they do well? And do people think they can do well with the kits that they're not maining? They need to be all around good at the game because they need to be able to blend. People like TJ like the crossbow kits, then I gravitate towards it myself as well. But you need to be able to play every kit. I think that's why people like. I think that's why that Tundrick got drafted. He's a very well-rounded player. He can play every kit.
Yes, okay. And the next pick is in from Wolfpack. Pick number 44 off to you, Decody.
With the 44th pick of the IBL draft, Wolfpack has chosen Morpheus.
Yes, XVR Morpheus, one of the best players left on this draft board. You could make an argument that they could have went second round or higher. The fact that they have fallen to the 4th slot for Wolfpack is an absolute steal for owner Alex Count X, and an amazing pickup by Alex.
I think this is the biggest steal of the draft so far. Absolutely agree with you there, Chan. It's spectacular that they managed to get Morpheus, one of the best players in map knowledge. And I personally myself learned by watching Morpheus play. This guy knows how to play maps. He knows the routes, and he knows how to take advantage of it.
Yes, I was looking at Morpheus. I was like, this Morpheus guy has fallen this far. This is going to be an absolute steal. I'm coming up in 2 picks. Next up, we have Street Sharks. Let's see what Street Sharks picks next. Waiting for that pick to come in. Going back to Morpheus being this low. Still absolutely crazy.
We still have TJB, who is a top 10 kills leaderboard player. He's number 5 on the leaderboard, actually, and he still hasn't been picked.
Wait, who is this you just said? I just zoned out. I was reading DMs.
TJB.
TJB, yes.
Number 5 on the kills leaderboard.
He's up to number 5. Wow, absolute steal coming up for whoever decides to pick them. All right, I see the pick in. We gotta verify this though. This is definitely one of the drafts of all time. True. Remember, chat, if you guys haven't yet to already, drop a follow. Decody, I'll get that answer for you in just 1 second. This is pick 45 from Street Sharks. The pick is in.
With the 45th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks choose Dark Leonard.
Dark Leonard. We haven't talked about Dark Leonard this stream yet, but they are a steal at this point. They definitely have flown under my radar. I've seen them in the Combine. They are one of the best talents I've seen at the Combine. For sure. What are your thoughts on this?
Completely agree with that, actually. They played great at the Combine. They had a good Combine. Relatively unknown player beforehand. I ran into them at the Combine, and I've got to say, they kind of ran me from my foams. Great player. Cannot wait to see what they do.
Yes, of course. And I'm up next. I just sent my draft pick in. Let's just wait to see if they verify it.
All right, Chan. I like this person. I think this is a pity pick, though.
It is not a pity pick. It is not a pity pick at all. Off to you, Decody.
With the 46th pick of the IBL draft, the Divine Rising chooses Dudachu.
Oh, who could have seen this coming?
Yes. There's good reasons behind this pick. I heard you and X Apple have really good synergy. I feel like you two could pair well together as a duo. It was either you or TJB for me, and synergy is what I'm looking for on this team. And if that is true, I feel like we could win a championship with this roster. What are your thoughts, dude? What are your thoughts on the Divine Rising franchise?
I think Divine Rising is a great team.
Thank you for
That's
that, dude.
All I gotta say. Unbiased, Divine Rising, great team. But I do want to say, I think I like this pick from a synergy standpoint. If I'm talking like out of body experience completely here, I like the synergy here. me and Apple play well together, and I think that's a good idea.
Yes, and that's what I've heard, so that's why I went with that pick. I'm really excited to see what you guys can do as a duo, and I really hope you guys fight for that roster spot. Obviously, you're coming in at number 5, and yeah, I'm really excited to get this duo on the map. I feel like you two can do great things together, and yeah, I'm absolutely excited.
See what happens.
Yes, and the next pick is in. Just give me 1 second, Decody. Off to you now.
Okay, with the 47th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazers choose Skate.
Yes, Skate 8. Skate 8, an absolute elite talent in this league. Performed well in these combines. I know Skate, they're not much of a battle box player. They're a streamer, and they've been grinding for this IBL spot, and I think the grind has paid off. They have a really good chance to fight for a permanent IBL roster spot. I'm super excited.
I'm stoked for Skate. I actually tuned into one of their Skate 8, my bad. I tuned into one of their streams. They have a very comprehensive playstyle. It's really easy to follow, but it's also really hard to predict when you're in game. And it's so weird to me that you can follow it as a viewer really easily, but you cannot actually replicate it for yourself, and you can't really predict it.
Yes, I'm super pumped about this pick. Yes, Skate, absolutely talent. But we do have the next pick in. This is for Serpentine.
And I think this is an absolute steal, one of the biggest ones of the draft coming up.
Yes, coming up. Off to you, Decody.
Yeah, with the 48th pick of the IBL draft, Serpentine selects TJB 0004.
Yes, absolutely. Biggest steal of this draft by far, I believe. The fact that they have fallen this low, and I pass on them for you, dude. So I hope you approve me. I hope you.
Thank you.
Yes, I
Don't
hope
worry.
You gotta prove yourself. If I regret passing on TJB, you know, your ass might get traded. Your ass might get traded. All right. Obviously, all jokes aside, TJB, one of the best players, a leaderboard player in current.
And
yeah.
I can confidently say he's consistent beyond a doubt. He is. I'm sorry. I'm just dying because I'm reading chat. My bad. All right. I'm reading Cody's in-game chat and it's killing me. But I love TJ as a pick mainly because he is super consistent. He has never had a bad day when it comes to battle box. At all.
Yes.
His bad day is the same as his good day. They are all going to be consistent. He's a very baseline player, and I think he should be the baseline for the IBL, and he should be, honestly, an MVP candidate if he comes into his own.
It's true. Can you warp me again? I got AFK'd.
I did too. Hold on.
Oh god. Okay. All good. I'm not even using this this scene much, anyways.
I'm just kind of holding on to it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's good for some like edit. I know you're making a video out of this, so I know it's good for you to have both of us there in those seats. Yeah. Up next we have Galaxy with 49th pick. Excited to see where they go with their roster. Obviously, their last picks were Per Hex and Zulu. So I believe there's still elite talent on this board. Any names that come to mind for you?
Well, I'm still seeing Oslane on the board, and he's a very competent PvPer. This guy knows how to capitalize on, and he knows how to punish bad play.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. One thing holding Oslane back is that comms, is the lack of comms. And that's why I passed up on Oslane, if I'm being honest. If they had comms, they'd be a lot higher on this board, but that is what's holding me back, unfortunately. I'm excited to see what they do. Oslane, I feel like Oslane can prove themselves in this league, and I'm really excited to see whoever picks them up at this point. I feel like the comms are a steal.
All right, cheering. I'm at the chairs now. Hold on.
At the chairs. All right. Galaxy has
only if we could log into Hypixel, that'd be crazy.
True. All right. Next pick is in. Off to you, Decody.
Yeah, with the 39th pick of the IBL draft,
49th.
Team Galaxy, 49th? Yes. Of the picks Socronics.
Socronix. I know Socronix through Alex Count X. Yeah. Elite PvPer. Not much of a battle box player, but they are an elite PvPer, and elite PvPers do dominate the game of battle box. So
Absolutely. It's really what it comes down to here is this is one of those players that can the experienced battle box players help them to get to their true potential, which is more than likely going to be a top roster slot in the IBL and a consistent player.
yes, I'm super excited to see what they can prove themselves if they can prove themselves in this league. All right, up next we have Nightmare's picks, and I believe we're trying to get a special guest Toot on. If Toot is listening in, they can join any of the voice channels, and one of our Discord mods can drag you in. Obviously, you have to.
All right, I'm gonna steal him. I found him.
Obviously, you have to verify the picks with the team with the Discord mods. So make sure Panday does send those in draft picks regardless. But I'm excited what Toot has to say. Obviously, Toot's a good friend of mine, so I really want what VC. Just drag any VC, and we drag him into this private VC Panday. It does not matter. Preferably one of the generals, because they're right next to each other. But yeah, Socronix, we're almost halfway through this draft. And I believe there's a lot of talent left in this league. A lot of talent that will have to fight for the IBL.
Yeah, we're wanting to move OG Toot, right?
Yes, the OG Toot, yes.
All right, here we're gonna put him in here now. All right. Hi, howdy there, Toot. Welcome to the stream.
I was kind of discussing the next pick, but
All right, get Panday. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right. Let us know when you're ready, Toot.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what he has to say for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, Socronix. I'm just kind of going through my list here and just deleting people who have been drafted. So looking through this list, there's still some elite talent. One name that's actually sticking out to me right now that I completely miss is Super Slab. Super Slab is
Absolutely. I am surprised as well. Yeah, Super Slab falling far. Wow.
Yes, Super Slab. I've seen him in the combines, and Super Slab is an elite player, elite PvPer, a heavy hitter. A lot of things to say about this player, but yeah, really excited. And D Cody, let's pass things on to you. What are your thoughts on everything so far?
Well, so far I think all the teams are very stacked, and it is very scary.
Absolutely, some stacked teams here. I'm really excited.
The amount of steals that have been going on, and like re-rented going so late, and a lot of people going late. Socronix even, I thought he would go way earlier. A lot of really good PvPers and players overall who are gonna be scary for late round picks.
Yes, and I fully agree.
There are still some players on the board that actually are, by most people's standards, really good. You've got people like Renshi, you got Oslane, you have Snowsfee, who is really good at this game, and I'm surprised they didn't get drafted yet. You've also got, I'm going through my list that I made a while ago. Sleepy Poland, another good player who still hasn't been picked yet. That's pretty much my main list of people that I'm surprised haven't gone yet. You got also Esof and Infinity as well.
All right, these next two picks are in, and we have Toot. Sorry, Toot, it took me so long to drag you in. It was a little hard.
Okay.
You were very low. Toot, what do you have to say about your game? I know you had something to prove. What do you have to say?
I mean, look, all I'm gonna say is, look, you doubted me, but you're gonna get it once your team faces my team. It's just that simple, bro.
Oh,
Bro has a lot to say. I believe you're ready to announce the next two picks.
Yes.
All right, we'll hand you the mic if Commissioner D Cody approves it.
Yes, of course.
With the 50th pick in the IBL, our 50th pick is Exotic.
Exotic BMW, really good player. I think this is an appropriate pick position for Exotic. What are your thoughts on, dude, real quick?
I love Exotic as a player. The guy is electric. He makes these plays that are just out of nowhere. Save your aces from out of his head. Pardon me, I'm trying not to curse. But he comes up with things that are just creative, and I'm curious to see what he does. Curious to see if he actually makes a roster spot as well.
Yes, of course. And announce the next pick on Toot.
with the 51st pick in the IBL, the Nightmare select Coyote.
Coyote, another underrated player, I think. I think they're definitely they're a huge battle box main, but I think they fly under a lot of people's radars. I think they can prove they have a lot to prove in their league. I feel like they could be one of the most elite two-way players. I feel like they are a lot like a two-way lock almost. I don't know if they make the full roster, but we'll have to see.
Couldn't agree more with that, actually.
All right, who do we have up next? All right, next up we have Galaxy with the 52nd pick. I wonder where they take this. Obviously, we're getting into the second half of the draft now. These are players you're going to have to be ready to step in. They're not going to be the main heavy hitters, but they're going to have to be ready to step in whenever. Oh, I see Mariana. Hey, Mariana.
Or you could be going for your heavy hitters in your Ivy League roster. I'm just saying. If you get your B-League heavy hitters, these are your people that are
and I absolutely
unproven entirely, but they have all the potential.
Yes, I absolutely agree. There's a lot that can go. A lot of different directions that people can go. So wait for Galaxy to come out. I need to do some scouting myself. So I'm seeing a lot of elite talent here. Viper is someone that, you know, a really elite PvPer. Definitely surprised people have passed up on them right now.
You've still got Gorgon on the board as well.
Yes, Gorgon, I think they, as I mentioned before, they need a little bit of training in the melee department. Obviously still goated with a crossbow. I feel like they could play a really special role as a two-way player. Another player, Goldie Woldy, just joining us in VC. Golden, do not unmute. Do not unmute. Yeah, Goldie, they can definitely get a combo in. They know how to W key. They're a really good sword player. Really good in a 1v1 situation. Another player, MX Arrow. Yeah, and MX Arrow is another event player, PvP, really good PvP. Another player, a good healer, a good backup healer probably is Sky2516. One of my mods, I've played with them a lot. Really good. Two heavy hitters. Snowway is another event player that's really good. Infinity 6002, I just see him in chat. Really good as well. Signal, we mentioned, someone we haven't mentioned is Snowsfee as well. We mentioned Super Slab.
Briefly.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I said Snowsfee, a player predicted really high by multiple people, still hasn't been taken. You've also got Renshi, you've also got Only Shots and Saru, and I'm done. Continue.
All right. And the next pick is in. Off to you, D. Cody.
Okay. With the
50 second.
40 second
50
second pick of the IBL draft. Team Galaxy chooses Goldie Woldy.
Golden coming in. I think this could be I think this could be considered a steal. I think Goldie will have to fight really hard for that permanent IBL spot. I think they do have it in them.
I can get behind that. That's a very great way to phrase this. It's Golden's gonna have to fight for his slot, but I think he's capable.
I absolutely agree. I definitely think he's capable of making it. I do not count Golden out. I think this is a really good pick for Galaxy. He definitely plays a role. All right. Coming up next, we have Serpentine. And as if you guys have not heard, Serpentine did. We had a blockbuster trade earlier. Serpentine traded Urchin and Doozum to Hang 10 for Blocky and Hasby. Crazy trade.
Practically swapping their first and second round picks. And I have to think that's going to probably put a little bit of a chip on the shoulder of Urchin and Doozum, because you're quite literally getting rid of the people that you were going to put your full faith in for people that you did not draft.
Yes, I absolutely agree, and I still think them sticking together as a duo is huge for Hang 10. Absolutely, yes. Or wait. Yeah, Hang 10. I'm getting the teams mixed up.
You're fine.
Yeah, and one thing we're not talking about is Blocky being potentially the best player in this draft. Obviously, they were drafted 3rd overall. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just confused, to be honest with you.
I think this is a trade that can work out good for both teams.
It definitely could go either way. Again, these are still your early round picks. These are your guys that are super talented. But it's
Yes, of
which
course.
one pays off over the other.
Yes. All right. I need to go grab a drink real quick. I just ate Reese's Pieces and my throat is really dry. So if a pick gets selected, you're welcome to announce it.
Yeah. So, Dudachu, how are you feeling about this draft?
Oh well, you see, Cody, I'm feeling great. It's been pretty good so far and pretty consistent.
I hope Beeper doesn't get picked. That's my only hope for the rest of the draft.
Oh,
I hope he
poor
never
guy.
gets picked, just to spite him.
That's the commissioner saying. You know it's bad.
I can
Alright.
just ban him.
You do actually have a pick coming in here if we want to slide it on over to D Cody.
I'm back. All right. Let's do this.
Okay. With the 53rd pick in the IBL draft, Serpentine has chosen Mind Lover.
Mind Lover is definitely an underrated pick here. Mind Lover is an elite talent. They are a close friend of Mello. I think this is a really good synergy pick.
Absolutely, they will definitely work well with the owner, and we'll see how it progresses from there. But I'm optimistic.
And one thing that I'm wondering is if they can get Mind Lover's duo Brightest. I wonder if they're still able to pair those two together. Or will Brightest get picked up? Because Serpentine does not pick until pick 68, which is not for another 15.
Well, honestly, we'll see. There's a long distance between here and there, and we've seen weirder things happen. We've seen Zulu fall 30 rounds. Well, 30 picks, not 30 rounds. Wow, 30 picks.
Yes.
So weirder things have happened.
Yes, crazy things have happened in this draft. That's for sure. Another name I completely passed on is Shaz. Shaz is an elite talent. Absolute crossbow menace. Really excited to see where they go.
Menace is the correct word.
All right. Coming up next is pick 54, Breeze Blazers, and then up next after that is 55, Divine Rising. I have a lot of directions to go. I don't know really. I really don't know what direction I'm going to go. I'm being honest. There's a lot of good picks still on the board.
I do want to say Snowspeed still on the board. You've still got Saru. Oslane also still on the board. Bunch of really talented players.
And I absolutely agree with that statement.
Beeper really wants to fight you.
I won't go in the satisfaction.
All right, still waiting for that pick to come in, which I'm completely all right with. I am finding out my pick as well.
All right.
Okay.
I'm also interested to see the way training works out in IBL, at least the teams, whether or not owners try to schedule practices against each other, try to see if they can get some scrimmages going. Maybe that'll occur, maybe it won't. News on IBL, how that's going to work, how it's going to happen, if we're going to see Chan bring back plays of the week for IBL, I'm just saying. But
it's definitely a possibility.
It's dependent on how things go.
All right, still waiting for this next pick to come in. And it's in. All right, off to you, D Cody.
With the 54th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazers have selected Wizard Keys.
Wizard Keys. A good pickup. I think Wizard Keys is an underrated player, but there is still a lot of big names on the board, which is why I think Wizard I expected to go a little lower.
I agree with that.
Yes, but I'm really excited. Wizard Keys definitely has a lot to prove, and we like we like players that have a lot to prove. That's for sure. All right, it's time for me now. So you go ahead and take the stage. I got a lot of deciding to do.
All right, so we're going to. While Chan is thinking about his pick, and hopefully this doesn't influence it at all, but you have 4 players that are still left on the board, all super talented. Osling, Snowsfee, Renchi, Saru. All top tier battle box players. All of them have proven that they can do so much so often and that are consistent and baseline people. I would be surprised to see if any of these guys don't go in the next round or so. They could be some of the biggest steals in the draft, barring TJ and a couple of others.
All right, I'm submitting my pick now. All right, my pick is in. Let's see if the mods approve it. All right, pick is in. Up to you, Decody.
Oh, okay. With the 55th pick of the IBL draft, Divine Rising chooses Snowfsea.
Snowfsea, I think. Dude, is that how you pronounce the name?
It's Snowfsea. Yeah.
Snowfsea. All right. Yeah, like you said, Snowfsea is definitely an elite talent left on this board, and there's a lot of different options here. Snowfsea has the comms, so that's why I picked them over some other names. And yeah, I believe you're familiar with them as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
I forgot you're on my team for a second, so you know you're here as like my assistant GM, Loki. If only I drafted Decody. If only I drafted Decody, we'd be going through everything together, us three.
Some age.
All right.
Commissioner team. God, that would have been scary. You could have literally just said, "Oh no, we win."
Exactly. Up next, with the 56th pick, Street Sharks. Interested to see where they go with that. They picked up an elite talent in the last round, Dark Leonard. Really excited to see where they go with this next pick. Yeah, remember, chat, if you guys are new to the stream, drop a follow. And join the IBL Discord if you guys haven't already. ! IBL. Definitely an exciting season coming up. Lots and lots of elite talent. I'm looking in the crowd right now, and there's a name that we have yet to talk about, and that's Smashy.
Also good, a really good player, actually. Wow.
Really good player.
And
I just see
been picked.
they have not been picked, and I see them in the crowd, and I'm just like, wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next pick is in Street Sharks.
Let's see it.
Cody.
With the 56th pick in the IBL draft, the Street Sharks have selected X Not Cool.
X Not Cool. Another.
Love the pick.
Another really good pick. We haven't talked about Not Cool. I haven't mentioned them. I don't think this stream yet. I don't know if you have. I may have missed it.
I have not either.
Yeah, really excited to see what Not Cool can do for this team. Obviously, an elite talent. I see anyone drafted, most people drafted so far in these top 6 rounds, fighting for an IBL roster spot. That's how crazy stacked this draft is. That's how crazy stacked this game is. This league is.
And this is what IBL is going to be. It's going to be fighting for your spot. It's going to be teamwork, and it's going to be showing that you have the synergy and the competence and the confidence to compete.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I think you've been kicked for AFK. No, you're just moving around. Okay.
No,
All
I'm
right.
just running around.
Yes, this next pick is in, too. A shocking pick. Let's see. Up to you, Decody.
In the 57th pick of the IBL draft, the Wolfpack has selected Olifes.
Is he still in the draft?
Yep.
thought he got banned.
Nope. He has been timed out twice from the IBL Discord. He has not been banned yet.
Definitely a pick. It's a
Hey,
it's a character pick, maybe.
It's someone you're going to have to tame. It's one of those players we've been talking about that you're going to have to tame. Obviously, they have been timed out from the IBL Discord twice. Couple times. They have the maturity is a little low. I think Alex is gonna have to do a lot to really make
Gonna
this
have
pick
your
worth
hands
it.
full a little bit.
Definitely gonna have your hands full. But one thing about Olice is a really good player. We can't ignore that. Olice is still a good player. It's just that they kind of lack maybe the maturity that someone like myself is looking for.
Yeah.
This Olice still could compete for that as we mentioned, that IBL spot.
Definitely. I think Olives has the skill. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. A pick I didn't see coming, but I hope to be proven wrong. I hope to be proven wrong. I hope Olice can prove himself in this league. Yes, 58th is next. Hang 10. Hang 10 obviously making that trade earlier. I wonder if this pick, they might officially disregard maturity. Olice is steal. I couldn't agree more, Rowlet. I could not agree more. Another pick that has been flown under the radar is the Dirty Rowlet. I've seen Rowlet dominate the combines, so they are a little low right now.
I do want to say, Chan, that the team that got Olife's, Wolfpack, is definitely a team that probably wanted him, because this is the team with Koi and Kami, and both of those two actually know Olife's. There's a lot of synergy there, and that could make this actually a steal and a good pick.
Yes, and I'm absolutely excited to see how owner Alex manages this team. If he can manage this team right, this could be a championship contending team.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Every team's a championship team, to be honest with you.
Yes, I absolutely agree. All right. So waiting on the Hang 10 pick. We're getting to late picks of this draft, and the pick just came in. Off to you, Decody.
Yeah, with the 58th pick of the IBL draft, Hang 10 has selected Twitchy W.
All right, Twitchy I feel like is an underrated player. I did not expect him to go this high, but I feel like they can prove themselves.
I actually can't wait to see Twitchy play. And similar to his name, he plays really twitchy, he plays really snappy, and he plays really aggressive. I don't know if that's going to be the way to play in IBL. If hyper aggressive is going to be the way to play, take the center and then just mow everybody else down, or if it's going to be a passive play back and take advantage of when your opponent makes a mistake. It's depending on that, depending on how games shake up, and depending on how certain teams match up against each other, Twitchy could be a good pick.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. I didn't have Twitchy on my board. I didn't have Twitchy in the names I've been scouting, and I hope Twitchy does a lot for this league. Really rooting for the kid.
All right, well, Chan, you're gonna be solo casting for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. Decody, any words you want to add?
I have so many words I want to add. I am surprised Twitchy went so low. I think he was a steal. I think he will definitely be really good for Hang 10. Looking forward to seeing that. Oh, and the next choice is in.
Yep, off to you, Decody.
With the 59th pick of the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease has chosen Nymphy.
All right, Nymphy. I believe Nymphy getting drafted to Cooking with Dreef. Where did Drew get drafted? They got drafted to Wolfpack. I honestly was looking forward to this duo maybe being on a team. I could see them teaming up in the future. As of right now, they're on separate teams. I wonder if the teams may be discussing a trade. Maybe Cooking with Grease picked up this duo for maybe a little bit of trade bait with Wolfpack. Or maybe it goes either way. Maybe they picked this up to be like, hey, let's try and get Alex Droog on this team. Because they are known as a duo. I see them on Island all the time. They're an elite duo in Battlebox. Alex Droog is a heavy hitter. And I feel like Nymphy can play a good support role. Alright. Where are my notes? Alright, next up we have Stuff But Tough, ending the 6th round. Coming up with the next two picks, number 60 and number 61.
Alright. What did I miss?
Nymphy was drafted by Cooking with Grease.
Let's go, Nymphy! I'm so
Yes.
happy.
I was just saying about how Nymphy and Alex Droog is a good duo, and the fact that they're on separate teams.
They're on the same team?
No, they're on separate teams.
Okay, I was gonna be like, okay. That would have been a little unfair.
I absolutely agree.
When is this league fair? Never mind, my bad.
All right, next pick is in. Off to you, Decody.
With the 60th pick of the IBL draft, Stuffed But Tough has chosen Only Shots.
Only Shots, really good pick here. I'm a huge fan of this pick. I've known Only Shots for probably 2 years now. Back from the Mind Club days, they're an elite talent here. Yeah, I think this is a good pickup.
Yeah, I've known Only Shots for probably like way less time, probably like a month and a half. But I do want to say, Only, I love this guy. He's a great pick. He is going to be a positive player of your team. He's a great positive. He's just a positive personality, and he's a really good player. Pair those two things together, and honestly, he could be your leader for your B League, or he could be your consistent starter in your IBL roster.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Amazing pickup. And you know, we've been saying this multiple times. I want to say it again. Another player that could fight for that permanent IBL spot. Obviously, amazing player.
So the next pick is in for
Is
Stuffed
it?
But Tough.
I don't see it yet. It's not in the.
It's the same message.
Yeah,
I had my Twitch chat was blocking that off. All right, I'm off to you, Decody.
With the 61st pick of the IBL draft, Stuffed But Tough has chosen Coma Swirls.
All right, Coma Swirls. I believe Coma Swirls is a Sky Battle main. No?
They are, yes.
All right. I wonder what they can do to translate that over to BattleBox IBL play, competitive play. What can you tell me about Swirls?
I do want to say, Swirls is one of those people that has actually made a great transition from Sky Battle to BattleBox. I think they'll make a great player. It's really down to, can you get their overconfidence and their ego a little bit into your team and not affecting your play. You need to play with a certain level of confidence, but you cannot play overconfidently. That's what I've seen Coma do a couple of times.
All right, and the next pick is in 63 overall by Hang 10. Over to you, Decody.
With the
No, wait. Cooking with
Not
Grease.
Hang 10. Not Hang 10.
62.
Cooking with Grease.
Yep, Cooking with Grease 62. I typed in the name and I accidentally went down. Okay.
with the 62nd pick of the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease has chosen It's Me SZ.
All right, It's Me SC. An OG player, a player that has been around a long time. I feel like they can definitely contribute a lot to this team.
I agree with that. They're an OG player. They've got the knowledge. They have the consistency, and we'll see what they do.
Yes, I'm very looking forward to see how they perform, especially in elite play like this. Obviously, this is very different than normal BattleBox play. So one thing we have not talked about is how well is a lot of these players going to translate over. I think I have high hopes. I have high hopes for a lot of these people.
I agree with that. I think everybody has a fair chance here, and I think it really does kind of just boil down to how do team owners want to organize their rosters, and what culture are they going to try and foster for their starting team going into Season 1.
Yeah, and I absolutely I'm really looking forward to how the league plays out. I think a lot of people are going to have a lot to prove, and a lot of other players might not prove what they thought they were. I feel like there's some players, some high brand picks that might not be what a lot of people think. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how everything plays out as well. Also, I do want to say one of the picks that has you should look on our umbrella, and there's a hidden gem on our umbrella.
Yes. The one and only Gorgon.
Still hasn't gone yet. You've also got Oslane still on the board.
Yes.
Saru still on the board, and I believe one other of the original high-tier BattleBox players. But I forget their names, so maybe that's why they haven't gone.
All right. The next pick is up Hang 10 at number 63.
Okay, with the 63rd pick in the IBL draft, Hang 10 has selected Moody's Twitch.
All right, Moody's, a really good team chemistry guy. I've gotten to know Moody's through through a lot of plobbies I host, and Moody's is definitely a good player to have, definitely a good glue guy, and will definitely improve the locker room morale. Do you know much about Moody's?
I don't know as much as you. I've seen them in the plobbies, as you've said. I don't know if they'll work with team chemistry. I can't say it because I haven't had enough experience with them. I do want to say their overall play seems consistent, and you're gonna need that if you're gonna be in the IBL.
And I absolutely agree with that. I'm looking forward to seeing how they prove themselves. As they definitely will be a two-way player. I'm definitely excited to see how they prove themselves in this league. A lot of notable names still on the board. One pick that I think is flying under the radar that could be definitely a unique player is Saziang, also known as Gadgeteering. Saziang is one of the best Gadgeteer mains, but Gadgeteer mains fly under the radar. I don't know how useful a Gadgeteer will be in this league, but I feel like this could be a nice late round pickup for a team needing to switch up and find new strategies, make a new meta. Definitely someone to keep an eye on.
Saz could be a meta-defining player. It just comes down to the way the league shakes out. It's what does the norm in the league become? Is it going to be the sharpshooter sniping from afar and slowly picking apart teams, or is it going to be a hard rush scrapper to win engagements, or is it going to be the Gadgeteer who just wins just by playing their hand slowly and getting to the final seconds of the round with TNT?
Yes, obviously we're waiting for pick number 64 from Wolfpack owner Alex Count X. I'm really excited to see how it goes from this. I feel like another player similar, comparable as like a mini Saziang is Vlins, also known as King Cheez-Its. They have a lot of their game to work on, but they do have that mid control. And mid control is going to be huge with teams communicating. And the way how, kills don't matter. It's wins that matter in this league. Rushing mid could be a meta in this league. I hope it's not. I hope it doesn't become too bad.
Don't encourage it, Chan.
But teams need to be able to control that mid to prevent that. So, obviously having a good gadgeteering made to cover that mid, I think will be crucial in this league. All right, pick number 64 is in Wolfpack. What do they got for us, Cody?
With the 64th pick of the IBL draft, Wolfpack has selected Isof.
Definitely dropped a lot faster than I thought.
So Isof used to be named Sofsky and was a top BattleBox player. Actually, was top 20 briefly, I think, top 25. But they lost their account, to my knowledge, and now have the Isof account, which is just, again, they're still a good player. They're a consistent player. They're top tier.
Yes, definitely a really good player. I could see them competing for that permanent IBL contract. I'm really excited to see what they bring to this team. Next up on the board, we have the Street Sharks waiting for Joey Fish. I'm curious to see what direction they go in with this pick. Obviously, they picked up Not Cool with their last pick. The pick before, they had Dark Leonard. They've been picking up heavy hitters. I wonder how many more heavy hitters they can get.
I don't know. It's more of a if they're getting these draft steals, then why stop now? Keep
exactly. And this pick is a good one. Off to you, D. Cody.
The 65th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks have chosen Saziang.
And I feel like Joey Fish is listening into this broadcast. We were just hyping up how Saziang could bring a lot of niche talent to this league. And I feel like this is a really good pickup. Absolutely amazing pickup. What are your thoughts?
I agree. We just talked about it beforehand. Saziang could define the meta. Saziang could either define the meta or could just be a consistent player. And I think they'll fall in between one of those two areas. And even if they come close to defining the meta, you've already succeeded by drafting them.
And I absolutely agree with that 100%. All right, it's up to me next. I have 2 picks in mind. There's 2 players I'm looking at super hard. Let's see what they have. All right. Nice notes. This is gonna be a tough pick. Both of these picks I really both want. I want these both on my team. I feel I'm not going to.
Could you perchance send it in the Divine Rising chat so I can ask? Just so I know.
You know, honestly? Yeah, I will. What are your thoughts on those picks? 1 or 2?
1.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
Instant 1. I'm alright with that. Alright. I'll put that in. Alright.
If we can get both of them, though, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Alright, off to you, D. Cody.
Okay, with the 66th pick in the IBL draft, Divine Rising has chosen MX Arrow.
MX Arrow, an elite content creator event player. MX Arrow has a lot. Pine is not happy with my pick. Pine, definitely Arrow is on their board. MX Arrow, an elite event player. Definitely gotta train them to be more used to the battle box game, but they're already there. A lot of the other, yeah, you go right ahead.
As far as it goes for Chan, you have plenty of experienced players. You have Moss on your team. If you need somebody to define a player and get them to their fullest potential, getting somebody with as much potential as MX Arrow and having Moss on your team to help them build them up, that is a perfect blend.
I'm super excited to see what Arrow can bring to this team. I don't know if Arrow is still sticking around, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what they can cook. I feel like they'll be one of the most elite two-way players we can get.
My internet is dying. I hear you cutting in and out every now and again.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. Yes, Synchronics was given the wrong role in this Discord. Oh, never mind, they have it now. Okay. There we go. Alright. I just got pinged somewhere. We're good now. Alright, I need to go back up to the chat that I am in. Alright. Alright, next pick is up. Over to you, D. Cody.
With the 67th pick of the IBL draft, the Blazers have chosen Brinks.
Brinks, another elite player, an island grinder, a content creator, event player. Brinks brings a lot to the table. Definitely an underrated player in this league, I believe, but I'm really excited to see what they can cook. I believe you're familiar with Brinks?
Somewhat, but I do want to say I am absolutely interested to see what they cook up. Is it going to be some 5-star meal, or is it going to be rancid? I honestly think that this pick could go either way, to be honest. And if you find it in the middle, again, good pick. You just want an average. If you just want an average player, be awesome.
Exactly. All right. Next on the clock is Serpentine. Serpentine with their last pick, they picked up Mind Lover. We were talking to see if Brightest would be on the board. Looking at it, they still are on the board. I wonder if they will go this direction, or if they'll go for modern day elite talent. Waiting for the pick in. Very few spots coming up. There's going to be some people left undrafted that are not going to be happy. There's going to be some players, I think, that will go undrafted that will have to prove themselves in free agency.
Absolutely. It's being able to prove yourselves, and I'm assuming there's a bunch of owners that'll tune into streams, and especially Chan with the way he's going to be streaming. You're always going to be able to prove yourself on streams to be a free agent, get picked up by teams, prove yourself, and be the best.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. All right, let's go through my list and see some people that have not been picked. Viper has not been picked. Corneal, elite talents. B building,
Yes.
I feel like we have not talked about enough. AK5 as well as an elite player. There's just a few. There's a lot more. Underrated content creator Dig TV. Elite, pretty solid talent. I don't think they're the top of the draft, but if you get them the last two, I feel like they have a lot to work on and could prove themselves to maybe make the big leagues one day. Oh, go ahead.
There is 2 picks that I'm surprised haven't happened yet. You've got Oslane, obviously, big one that hasn't happened yet, and Smashy, still hasn't happened.
Yes, true. One thing keeping Oslane back, one reason why I've not picked up Oslane is the communications thing. Mike is essential in this league. I feel like now at this point it is worth it. All right, Serpentine has chosen, and this is a good pick. Off to you, D. Cody.
Okay. Serpentine is chosen with the 68th pick in the IBL draft. Shaz.
All right, Shaz, someone who has fallen a lot in this draft. Amazing talent. Elite crossbow player. They have a lot to prove. Let's see if they can keep up in this. If they can keep up in this stacked league. Let's see what they can do. I feel like them playing under Serpentine is a really good fit for them, honestly. A really good fit. What are your thoughts on Shaz as a player?
Honestly, Shaz as a player has a lot of potential. However, they're a very relaxed player, but they're going to need to, my message to them, head to the grindstone. You're going to have to practice a lot. You're going to need to define yourself, and you're going to need to pick out what do you want to main, what do you want to be.
Exactly, and I describe them as a crossbow player. They're going to have to prove that maybe they don't always get the crossbow. If they do get put into those IBL games, that they will be playing with other crossbow mains, and they may have to learn other kits. That goes with a lot of players in this league. A lot of players in this league are obviously crossbow crutches. Obviously not everyone, I'm not speaking for everyone, but you look at good players, you see them with a crossbow, they're good with a crossbow. If they don't have that crossbow, they may not perform as well. So we need really good all-around players at this late in the draft. All right.
It looks like we're waiting for the pick to be confirmed, I believe, but I think it just got confirmed.
Yes, the pick just got confirmed. Galaxy number 69.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Let's go to Decody.
With the 69th pick in the IBL draft,
Nice.
Team Galaxy has selected the Dirty Rowlet.
And absolutely astonishing that Rowlet has gone this low. Obviously, with my pick, I was really torn between Arrow and Rowlet, and I hope Rowlet proves me wrong. I hope Rowlet does a lot in this league. Playing for Team Galaxy, them going into the 7th round is absolutely insane. What are your thoughts on Rowlet as a player?
Rowlet as a player is honestly, I want them to prove me wrong here. I think they play way too passive, and they need to get a little bit more aggressive. If they want to win games, you need to know when to take your fights. I was fighting with them on island literally 2 days ago, and they had me in a combo, they dropped it, and then I got to reverse combo them just because they ran away from me. They need that confidence. They need to play with less fear.
Yeah, and absolutely. You need to be fearless in this league, because there's a lot of players that are fearless. Next up, we have Nightmare coming with picks 70 and 71. I'm really curious to see where they go with this. Because one thing about Nightmare is they have their owner, Panday, is a player in this league. So they have these 2 picks, and then they're forfeiting their last pick. So they only have 3 more picks. Panday is someone on this roster that we got to talk about. Panday choosing to own and play 1 to 2 players, the other one being possibilities on Galaxy. I wonder where Panday falls under his own team.
I do want to say we've got some picks coming in here, and I like them.
All right, I have not. My sources have not told me yet. I'm excited to see. All right. Oh, this is going to be a nice duo. Decody, do you want to go ahead and announce picks 70 and 71?
Okay. So with the 70th and 71st pick of the IBL draft, Nightmare has chosen AK5 and ePrince E.
2 really good pickups.
Absolutely.
Really good pickups. ePrince helped me in my short quest to go for the record in battle box kills in a day, which I fell really short of because I got 3 hours of sleep that night. I definitely pushed myself a little too hard for that. They're a really good support player.
I have to say, I don't think we've talked about Prince enough. I don't think we've talked about AK enough.
And I absolutely agree with that.
Fantastic.
Both of them, amazing talent. I'm looking at these guys, since I haven't seen much people talk about them. I was looking at them really late. I thought they'd fall to like the last round. Really glad they have not. I'm really glad they got picked up this early, and I think they absolutely deserve it. Really good picks by Nightmare.
And that's honestly been the consistency for Nightmare. I think they've had a really good draft so far.
Nightmare has probably, in my opinion, had one of the best drafts you can ask for. Obviously, there's a lot of people falling in this draft. They came in late with the 10th pick, picking up 2, which a lot of people questioned. A lot of people questioned the 2 pickup being their first rounder.
I still think they recovered heavily.
They have absolutely recovered heavily since then. Obviously, yeah, they picked up really good sleeper talent, and I feel like they can still compete. Toot is in my chat, just like, bro, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, Toot the slander. It needs to be done.
I'm a Toot supporter. I just didn't see Toot in the first round. I was shocked by it. I'm not saying you don't deserve it, but I was shocked. Coming at 7-2, we have Galaxy. I killed Toot once. Good job, Alex.
Let's go. All right.
Proud of you.
Galaxy. Woo, okay. All right. This is a pick.
This is a pick. I'm excited to see. Your sources are a little quicker than mine.
Mildly so.
As we wait for this pick to come in.
While we wait, I do want to say there's been two teams that I think arguably had some of the better drafts that I didn't expect to actually come out here and just do well. Blazers came out. They had a pretty decent draft. And you've also got the Street Sharks as well. I like the Street Sharks draft.
Yes,
entirely.
two players that are not familiar with the game, two owners, that are not familiar with the game Valbox, that are doing an amazing job. They have done their research, and it seems to be paying off. Galaxy's pick is in. Going over
with
to
the
Decody.
70s, with the 72nd pick of the IBL draft, Team Galaxy has chosen Cash Dragons.
All right, Cast Dragons. Someone I remember fighting. They were an elite close beta talent, but I see them not as consistent these days. Definitely a crossbow main. We talked about being a crossbow crutch. What are your thoughts on the Cast Dragons game?
I gotta agree with you. They like the crossbow, but just because you like the crossbow doesn't completely define your game. I think they're capable of a lot. I think they showed a lot of that in closed beta, and we'll see if they can refine it now.
And yeah, I absolutely agree. I really hope they can prove themselves to be a top 10 player one day, like they were in early days of closed beta. I really hope they can come through and really prove themselves in this league.
I do gotta tell you, Chan, I think you're either gonna love or hate this next pick.
Oh, I just saw the pick. This pick just came in, and this is a good pick. Off to you, Decody.
With the 74th pick of the IBL draft, or the 73rd? Yeah, 73rd pick 73rd. Of the IBL draft. Serpentine chooses Smashy.
Smashy, a player that has fallen hard in this draft, picked up by Serpentine. I feel like Serpentine is having an amazing draft so far.
They're in a great spot. It's really their roster is going to be heavily dependent on that trade, though. We'll see if it pays off.
Yes, I absolutely agree. As soon as that trade goes through, we'll see. We'll see how the team molds as a unit. That's really what it comes down to, is how well the team molds. I'm really excited to see what they can do. Mello as a leader, I'm super excited. All right, still lots of good talent on this board. Teams needing a healer. Sky is available. Snowway, an elite event player. Suit Snap, a good player. Really good leader.
You still have, if you're looking for some no-com gods, you still have O'Slayan on the board. Definitely an option there. You still have Saru on the board as well.
Exactly. Is Saru a non-com?
Saru is actually not a no-com. Saru has comms and is just somehow not been drafted.
All right, this next pick is a shocker to me. This is a shocker. On to you, Decody.
For the 74th pick of the IBL draft. Of the IBL draft, the Blazers have chosen Dustin GG.
Dustin GG. Dustin GG is a good friend of mine. More of a movement main. I know
Bit of a movement player.
A movement player for sure. Fun fact: this guy has gotten 39th in a Crown Quest in his debut. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I love Dustin. Dustin's a good guy. He'll be a good guy to have in the locker room. Really bring the players together. Super excited.
Player.
Good morale player. I have a lot of good things to say about Dustin. Let's see how he can perform in this league.
I am curious, Chan, is one of those good things gameplay?
He's definitely underrated. He is definitely underrated. I don't think he'll come in and be an elite player. But don't count him out. Do not count him out.
We shall see.
We shall definitely see. All right, next up is me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to the team for this one. All right, I'm just curious what the team has to say about this one. This is who I'm looking at.
Do you have any other options?
Okay.
That's not that I dislike the pick at all. Just curious. Who all are you looking at?
Okay. Another player I'm looking at. You know, I want comms on my team. Let's see, who else am I looking at? Yeah, we can go. Yeah. What
I
are
like
your
the
thoughts?
first one.
You like the
I like
first?
the first
You
one.
like the first one? All right, we're gonna go
I like
with the
the
first
first
one.
one.
We're gonna go with the first one. All right. All right, my pick is submitted. All right, off to you, D. Cody.
With the 75th pick of the IBL draft, Divine Rising has chosen Snow.
Snowy, yes, Snowy. A player that plays better than me in events. I played against this guy in MCT, and he has outplaced me every time. Snowy, an elite talent, elite PvPer. Definitely underrated. A lot of people do not know Snowy. I could have probably got this guy later, but I really want this guy to be on my team. Yeah.
I really love the pick here because, again, as we constantly go over, Divine Rising has so many experienced players, and if you really want to refine talent, you've got these super talented tournament players like Arrow and now Snowy on this team.
And Landon too. Let's talk about
And
Landon
Landon.
too. It's my second round pick.
And Landon, and the second rounder Landon. You can refine all of that with all of the experience that comes with Moss, that comes with me, that comes with Apple.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really excited what we have cooking here at Divine Rising. Next up is Street Sharks with number 76. Yeah, we got about 25, actually 23 spots left on this draft board. Obviously, Panda and Possibilities taking up picks number 91 and 92 as they are owners. 23 spots left. It's still a lot of talent on this board. There's gonna be a name we're looking at that's gonna go undrafted, and that's gonna be a real shame. All right,
There's a pick that I love. I love it.
That's a good pick. Off to you, Decody. Number
The
76.
76th pick of the IBL draft, the Street Sharks have chosen Sleepy Poland.
Sleepy Poland, as I from what I remember, I haven't scouted Sleepy Poland much, but they were a force to be reckoned with in the combines, I believe. What do you have to say about them?
So I went to multiple combines, and I have to say, Poland had some good performances. He had his bad moments, but he definitely had some good moments. And what it is about is refining those good moments into constantly occurring. You need to get his consistency way up by comparison to what it is now.
Yes, I'm super excited for this. I really like that pick. I really like that pick. Obviously one of the Pingu skins. I hear they have a lot of this is a lot of
Pingu.
Yes, a lot of Pingu. Pingu, I believe, is a staple in the battle box community, and I feel like they bring a lot to the league. All right, next pick is in. I like this pick personally. I'm really excited for this player to be on this team. Off to you, Decody.
Okay, with the 76th pick of the IBL draft, the Wolfpack chooses Sky 2516.
A really good pickup. Sky has been practicing the healer position. A really good B-leaguer healer in the making that you want to develop to be one of your top talents. Does Sky have a skin made for this? Am I seeing Sky have a skin made? I believe Sky has a skin made for this. That is dedication. Sky came into this confident he was going to be drafted.
He's dripped out.
Sky, this is 77, by the way. I don't know if you said 77. All right. Okay. 77 goes to Sky. Yeah, Sky is a healer in the making. I thought about picking up Sky, not gonna lie, but I'm glad. I feel like he'll fit in well with the Wolfpack. All right. Hang 10 coming up next with 78.
Ooh, okay.
We're almost done. Oh, this is a good pick. This is someone I think me and you have been sleeping on.
Yeah.
All right, off to you, T. Cody.
Okay, with pick number 78 of the IBL draft, Hang 10 has selected Zuva Dude.
Zuva Dude is an elite hitter.
Electric.
A force to be reckoned with. This is crazy. This is crazy. I kind of forgot about this guy. I kind of wish I knew about him earlier. As someone who also has dude in his name, what are your thoughts on this?
I've got to say, he's gonna need to get his money up and not his funny up because I am better.
Oh wow, hard. Maybe we see a league rivalry right here. Absolutely elite talent. We have Cooking with Grease coming up with their next pick. Off to you, Cody. 79.
With the 79th pick of the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease has chosen Suit Snap.
All
It's
right.
honestly been a when is Suit Snap gonna go because we knew he was gonna go at some point. I'm a little surprised it is now, but I'm happy that he goes because he's talented, he's got potential, and I'm curious to see what happens.
Yes, Suit Snap, one of the assistants here in the IBL staff. I feel like, you know, if Suit Snap doesn't really prove himself in the box, he can prove himself in a management position. I think this is a guy who can bring together a roster himself maybe one day for Cooking with Grease. It could definitely be an assistant to Arby's, and I'm really looking forward to see what Suit Snap can bring to this team, whether that's through gameplay or through management skills. All right, coming up next, the last pick of the 8th round, Stuff But Tough, and will also be debuting their 9th round pick.
This is their second last.
No, this is
Second
their
last pick?
third and second last round pick.
No, the third to last and second to last pick. My bad.
Yes. All right, obviously back to back. Let's see what they go. All right, the 2 picks are in. Decody, do you want to announce them back to back?
Okay. With the 80th and 81st pick of the IBL draft, Stuff But Tough has chosen Berserk and Iron.
Is that how you say it? Iron? I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with Iron's game. What can you tell me, dude?
So they're a consistent player. I played against them a couple times. They're a very close and in-your-face kind of player. They love to crit you out, but here's the thing: they're a bunny hopper player. If you get them out of their crit combo, they are a complete fish out of water.
Interesting take to the game. We love these takes. How you can combat some of these players, knowing these players' weaknesses is definitely definitely good to know, especially for these other teams. We'll be writing that down. We'll be writing that down for sure. All right. So Sapnap type beat, someone says. Sure, we'll go with that. All right, exciting draft. As we know, 2 rounds left. Really coming down to the nitty gritty. Lots of good players left on this board.
Absolutely.
Who do we got up next? We have Cooking with Grease up next again.
Curious to see who they go with here.
Yeah, with the Suit Snap coming in that pick, I feel like they could have had Snoop Snap a little later. So
Definitely could have been their last pick if they really wanted him to be, but
exactly. Yeah, no. It's two rounds. Yeah, 2 rounds to go. Limited spots left in this league. I know there's going to be some undrafted players that will come in and absolutely tear up free agency. Berserk, not Berserk. Okay, without an E still.
cannot wait to see it.
Absolutely excited for this league. Really excited how things will play out. How these teams will build their rosters. Because for those who don't know, team owners have to decide who plays in what
Chan,
league.
can you get on Hypixel now? Because I can.
Oh my god, let me see. Yeah, I got DC'd. Oh my god, I can get on Hypixel.
Yes!
Alright. Is it joint? What's the command again?
/visit.
/visit.
Visit the
Yes!
Cody.
Cody, let me up there. Let me up. Put me in, coach.
Second. There you go.
Alright,
All
oh my
right,
god.
to the booth.
My game has just completely frozen. Okay, here I am. Alright.
Look at that co-commissioner.
Yes. Alright. We got both commissioners here now. Do you want me to take a few picks, give your voice a little bit of a rest?
Yes, I want to eat food so bad.
Alright. Alright. Let me just get my proper notes up. Alright. Cooking with Grease with the 80. Alright. All right, chat. Let me pull up my proper scene now since I'm here. All right. With the 82nd pick in the IBL draft, Cooking with Grease select Fexy? Am I saying that right? Fexy.
Yes.
Fexy. What do you know about Fexy, dude?
I'm gonna be honest with you here, Coach. I have nothing.
All right. I'm not really familiar with their game either, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they can do. Yeah. When is the Fortnite Battle League? Bro, Lackey, I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. I think this could be a good pick for Cooking with Grease. This is a late round pick. This is the second last round. This is round 9. Obviously a lot of good talent still on the board. Fexy being drafted and not something I saw
come
coming.
back to the booth.
Oh right, there's a booth.
Gotta go backwards to the door.
Yes, I just flew. I can fly. So.
Well, I can't. This is a privilege.
Yeah. Let's look through some talent. Coming up next we have Hang 10 with pick number 83. Curious what they see. It's coming down to the last few roster spots, so excited to see what some teams pick. This is definitely
These are gonna be your guys that are either on your B League contract, or if you want to be really crazy and give them a 2-way, they have to be something special if you're giving them a 2-way, especially if you're drafting them this late.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. There's some good players on this board that I wish had more roster spots for. I'm being honest. We're still talking about Slane still available, which is insane. Fexy. Okay, there's Fexy. All right, the next pick is in. All right. All right, I gotta go through the door.
All right, well, I'll see you in a second. Let's see what the pick is.
All right. With the 83 pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Hang 10 selects Senef. All right, Senef coming in at the number 83. Hang 10. What do you know about Senef? Do you know much about Senef?
All right. Well, Senef, as far as it goes as a player, is a very consistent one at that. They are not a close range player, to my knowledge. They're a very long range player. They don't like to push into situations that they know they will lose, and I think that is their greatest quality. Thing that's going to help them a lot, generate a lot of good plays in the IBL.
I absolutely agree. I think this is a really good pickup for Hang 10. Yeah, we're coming to Senef is not someone I had on my board. I'm not really familiar with their game, so
they were a person who went to a bunch of the mini combines, and I think that's how Hang 10 managed to find a gym here.
And you know what? We love to see it. We love to see it. All right. Yeah, Wolfpack coming up next with a pick 84. I wonder what direction Alex is gonna go. There's a lot to a lot of options here. A lot of good options. And
I couldn't agree more. You could still find a steal here.
There's absolutely a lot of steals here.
I'd love to see a story where somebody who gets drafted here goes into the IBL and tears it up.
Yes, there's still some people to really have a chance to prove themselves with these last couple picks. Seems like, oh, here we go. This pick is in. All right.
Here it is.
This is a pick we've been waiting for. How did Sleepy get here?
I don't know.
Security? All right. With the 84th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Wolfpack selects Slane. Someone who we have been waiting to get drafted. Someone who could have been drafted like really high up if it wasn't for their lack of communications.
It is quite literally as simple as Slane is one of the most talented and should have gone in the first, second, or third round. But I do want to say it is as simple as going to Walmart and buying a microphone. Please use a mic.
Of course. Oh yes, Slane, you were just picked by Wolfpack. Welcome to the league.
Another player that we haven't seen drafted yet, super talented, Super Slab, still hasn't gone.
Yes, Super Slab. Another name we can mention is Saru as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Coming up next is the Street Sharks. And if any of my players want to check my message, I want to see players' input. Because this is also, you know, you guys will be playing with these people, so I want my players to have say in this. I think a lot of owners should really talk to their players about this. All right. Pick is in. With the 85th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, the Street Sharks select Fawn Aardvark.
Fawn Aardvark.
Someone we have, I think could have went a lot higher. Someone I've even been sleeping on. Fawn has made it. Do we have a security guard here that can TP Fawn up? I don't know. I'm new here. Yeah, Fawn's a good player. Fawn is a really good player. Kind of shocking. I assume someone else has been taking screenshots. Yeah, I hope so. I hope someone's been taking screenshots because I'm not going to. So, yeah,
Aardvark has been is a great close beta player.
Great.
Played very well in Combine. In my experiences with them in solo queue have been positive. They've been a very positive person. They've played well, and honestly, they have a lot of potential in the league.
All right, dude. Did you put your input in? I asked for input in the Divine Rising chat. It's my pickup next, so I'm just looking here. There's still a lot of good names here. Just kind of going through.
I'm gonna use a little bit of the time we have. Hold on.
Yes, of course. And like we've been saying, these last picks can make or break your roster. You could get a really good sleeper here that could change the league. That could change things forever. Remember, chat, if you guys are new, feel free to drop a follow.
All right.
All right, I think I know my pick. I just want to hear my players. Okay. Let me have a look here. I'm taking so long.
You're fine. We get full 3 minutes, and we're only a minute in. You're good.
All right. All right. My pick is decided. Gorgon keeps DMing me and is trying to pressure me. I feel like. No, that's not it. That's not it. Glue. That's not it. That's
unconfirmed, non-confirmed information.
All right. The pick is in. All right, the pick is in, chat.
Underrated. I didn't want to say.
Yes. Because seeing this, and honestly, this could be a good trade piece too. Okay, I got it. That's not good for me to say as an owner. All right. With the 86th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Divine Rising selects OG Andres. Now, I know this is not a name you brought up, dude, but what are your thoughts?
So Andres is a great pick. He's a good player. The problem that I see with him is consistency. The man will go from dropping a 6-kill game into dropping a 0-kill game like it is nothing. I think he is talented. I think it's about refining his talent and getting it to where it's consistent.
And that's what we are building here. We definitely have a roster that can really control this talent. That can really teach Andres the ways and see. There's a lot of picks I wanted here. But I feel like we can make Andres into a good player, and I mesh well with Andres. I mesh well with him. And really, it's a chemistry pick at the end of the day. All right, next up we have Breeze, Blazers at 87. I wonder what direction they're going to go. This is their second last pick.
It is. They're probably looking for a steal here.
Yes, a lot of steals here. Super Slab we talked about. Gorgon even at this point could be a steal. Moonlit Thunder is a good healer, someone you could definitely train to be a elite talent in this league. And their pick is in, and this is a good pick.
Let's see it. Yeah.
That's a good pick. Really good pick. Wait, what pick am I on? Fuck. Okay, let me do it again. With the 87th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, the Breeze Blazers select Chaotic Max. Now, I'm teamed with Chaotic Max in Mayhem coming up next weekend. Chaotic Max is definitely a good pickup. Honestly, Chaotic Max was one of my picks I was looking at next, if I'm being completely honest. Chaotic Max brings a lot to the game, and I'm excited to see them develop into a really good player.
Definitely agree with you.
Yes. Any additional things you want to add?
I like them as a tournament player. I like them as a potential all-out try-hard when it comes to this. It's more of a can they adapt to BattleBox? And I don't know. We'll see.
All right, and we also have the next pick in. With the 88th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Serpentine selects Giant Laser Gecko. What are your thoughts on this pick? I feel like this is a good pick for Melo's team. I think Gecko has good chemistry with a lot of players on that list.
Definitely like the chemistry. I love the quality of player that Melo's been going for. He's a solid, good staple pick. He never had a bad game during the combine. He had a couple of good games. He's, as far as I've seen, not capable of a super breakout performance, but definitely a very good player. And if that's what you're looking for right now, if you want consistency, he's a great pick.
Absolutely, I completely agree. All right, the next pick is in, number 89 from Galaxy. With the 89th pick in the Season 1 IBL draft, Galaxy selects Cressier. Is it Cressier? Cressier. Drafted 89 overall by Galaxy. Someone who's also been falling a little much. Definitely a good pick.
I mentioned the briefly in the 5th round, if you'll remember that, is because they are a very talented player. They're capable of a lot. They're a boomer bust, and that's what we're getting to right now. These are the people who you can't promise consistency from. Any person who was probably drafted within the first 5 rounds is usually somebody who can give you that consistent gameplay. I don't know if they'll be able to do that, but they're a boomer bust, and if they're capable of doing it, and if they show it off, dang.
Yeah, absolutely.
League is their oyster, man.
Yes, and that was actually Galaxy's last pick, because their next pick is going to be an owner pick. And coming up, we have Nightmare with pick number 90. That's going to be their last pick. We'll go into their owner picks after. We'll still announce them as if they're drafted. Just waiting on Nightmare's last pick. Yeah. Really excited to see. That's Galaxy's roster complete. Let me go through all their picks, actually. Obviously, they have Possibilities. They have Cress. They have Cast Dragons. They have Dirty Rowlet. Rowlet, a really good pickup. That's a steal.
Underrated player.
Goldie and Cress are a good duo as well. They also have Socronics, an elite PvPer. Per Hex and Natal Zulu. Another great pick. And Atomic Cherry. This is a good roster. This is a good roster.
I'm
excited
interested to see
compete.
how their B League roster shapes up because their IBL roster is going to be strong. There's no doubt in that. It's how does their IBL roster help shape up their B League roster? I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. All right, the Nightmare pick has been chosen. All right, let me...
Here, hold on. Let me see if I can TP them up there.
Oh, Cress or the next pick?
The next pick.
Okay. With the 90th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Nightmare selects Caro TTV. Alright, let's get Caro up here. Caro, I think, is a good pickup. Caro has...
Behind you.
Oh, alright. Someone take the screening, I think. Really good pickup. Excited to see what they can do with the team. Yeah, I think this is a good final piece for Nightmare. I'm going to announce the next two picks before we get into Nightmare's roster. Just because these are two owner picks.
All right.
With the 91st pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Nightmare selects Owner Panday. We talked about Panday's definitely going to be an underrated player. They performed pretty well in some decent lobbies. I'm really excited to see what they can do. And yeah, all right, let's move on to the next one.
All right. Well, I do want to say, just before we move into the next pick, I think Nightmares put together a good roster if they want to train themselves.
Yes, let me go through Nightmares before I even just announce this Galaxy pick. We have Panday, we have Caro, we have E-Prince, AK, Exotic, Coyote, Spectre Knight, Alexis, and Toot and Prism. I feel like this is a sleeper team. This is the definition of a sleeper team. This is a team that can be elite.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right, let's move on to this next pick. I still have to announce the owner pick for Galaxy. With the 92nd pick in the Season 1 IBL draft, Galaxy selects Possibilities. Another owner. I have not really seen Possibilities in game, so I hope they can prove themselves in this league. And we have our next two picks chosen already, Serpentine and Breeze Blazers. So we'll get right through this show. We'll get right through this. Let's announce pick number 93.
All right.
Serpentine's last pick. With the 93rd pick in the Season 1 IBL draft, Serpentine selects Sky Warrior 29. What are your thoughts on this pick?
I like the pick. They're right behind you, by the way. And
Okay.
I think Sky is a good player. A lot of potential. Again, these are your last picks. You're going for a boomer bust guy, or you're going for someone who's really consistent. And I think Sky's another boomer bust. Has a lot of potential, but we'll see how they refine it.
Exactly. I absolutely agree. Let's go through Serpentine's roster. We have Sky Warrior, Giant Laser Gecko. Am I missing a Serpentine pick? I don't think I am. Okay. Smashy, Shaz, Mind Lover. Really shocked they didn't pick up Bright as TJB004. Absolutely huge pick.
Absolute steal.
Absolute huge pick. Absolutely. Insidious,
Another
Floofy
steal.
Flame, and then obviously Hasby and Blocky, who were traded for Urchin and Duzum. So
We'll see about that. We'll see how the trade plans out.
I'm really excited to see how that trade plans out. Yeah, that's definitely a team that will.
It will happen.
It's a team that will have good chemistry, and I feel like that could definitely they could definitely say a lot, or could definitely bring them far in the league. Definitely see them competing. All right, let's move on to the Breeze Blazers' last pick.
Yep.
With the 94th pick in the Season 1 IBL draft, the Blazers select Kuba Babylon. Kuba. Alright, Kuba's definitely underrated. I didn't see Kuba getting drafted, but I saw them making a play in free agency. Really good pick. I've seen them play. They're good. They're good. I could definitely see them doing damage in this league. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they can prove.
I expected Kuba to be a free agent. I didn't expect him to get drafted, but you know, we will definitely a good player. And I said I expected them to go in free agency, and that's because they have the talent. And we'll see what they do now that they're on a team.
Yes, of course. Of course. I'm super excited. All right.
Welcome back.
All right. Oh, my pick is in. This is the last pick for the draft.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I agree. I agree.
You should wait a second though.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go.
All right. I'm just updating notes right now. Just for other teams, just showing who's available. Did I get rid of that? No, I didn't. Okay. All right, chat. Wait.
Free
Oh, wait.
agency's gonna be wild.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I messed up something. Just give me 1 second, chat. Sorry, I messed up a note. All right, here we go. The pick is in, chat. The pick is in. All right. With the 95th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Divine Rising selects Mariana is a Peach. Woo. Woo. That's my final pick in the draft. Yeah. I want a really good backup healer. And I feel like Mariana is a good support player and can definitely be taught the roots of the game. There should be a clapping. I should have a clapping sound effect, not gonna lie.
There actually is in Bedrock Edition.
Oh, really? Interesting. All right, let's go through the Divine Rising roster so far. We have Mariana, we have Andres, we have Snowy, we have MX Arrow, we have
You got the
Snow.
next pick in, by the way.
Yes. We have Dude, we have Apple, we have Potscar, we have Landon, and we have Mass Marvelous. Dude, are you excited to play for this team? Are you excited to play with this roster?
Absolutely. This is a pretty good roster.
This is I don't want to say much, but I feel like I picked a lot of outsider elite talent, to the point where we can really teach them how to be good battle box players, because they have the raw talent. I want to teach them the game.
Yeet.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Yep. Let me just write this down. And let me get rid of this.
All right, chat. We're entering our last 5 picks in the draft, and there's still some big steals on the board.
This is some big steals. Last 5 coming in at number 6.
And if you don't get drafted, still go in free agency if you're a prospect who registered for Season 1.
Exactly. With the 96th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Street Sharks select Renshi 1. Renshi going this late is kind of shocking. Renshi is an elite talent in this league. And for them to go as the last round pick,
I
don't
crazy. Know if I agree with that. I like Ren. Ren is a great player and pretty funny as well. but Ren has some character issues.
Ren has some
I do
character
want to
issues.
say there is a little there's either both an ego problem and there's also going to be a bit of a other problems as well. It's a very tundric situation.
All right, I'm interested to see. This is a Street Sharks pick. I'm interested to see what Joey can do to teach. We also have. Let's go through the roster real quick. They have Wrenchy. They have Fawn, which is a good pickup. Sleepy Poland. Saziang, that mid control, that elite player we were talking about. X Not Cool. Dark
This
Leonard.
is just a good draft so far for them.
Tundry. Right, did I read that right? Yeah, Tundry. Retro. Floatives. And Dolphin Man. So this is a heavy hitting roster. This is a heavy hitting roster. They have some character issues. This could be a problem in the locker room in the long run.
The league may have to get involved at some point.
Yes. So if Joey can teach them some team chemistry and really control what they can do as a team and the chemistry, I feel like they could be a really good contending team. All right, pick number 97 is in for Wolfpack. Let's get to it. With the 97th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Wolfpack selects Saru. All right, Saru, another insane talent. Another heavy hitter. Going this late is absolutely crazy. What are your thoughts on Saru?
Super talented player.
Absolutely
Not much I
insane.
can say about the guy. I really expected him to go, honestly, in the 4th or 5th round if you really wanted to be pessimistic about him. And for him to fall this far is an absolute steal.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It's kind of crazy how this worked out. Let's look at some other. While we wait for the next pick to come in, let's look at some other players. Obviously we have Super Slab still. I considered drafting Super Slab. He was close. I decided to go with Andres. Crazy player.
You've still got Gorgon on the field as well.
Yeah, Gorgon as well. Going through here, even this late, players like Pilza, maybe even Pony Rocket League, Patrick Tien, Ujim, even Thunder. Thunder could be a good late round pick. Are you gonna read my roster? I will. Actually, thank you for reminding me.
Interesting pick here.
Yes, interesting pick. Let me go through the Wolfpack roster real quick. They have Saru. They have O'Slane, Sky, Isov, Olice, Morpheus, Glue Sticks, Alex the Droog, Cammy, and Koi.
It's an interesting roster. It's really
It's an
dependent
interesting
on how
roster.
they develop people.
They have a lot of highs, they have a lot of lows on that roster, I feel. I really hope Koi can lead them to an elite place, obviously with Cammy. And even we're even talking about Olives. Olives, a good player. There may be some chemistry issues. Let's hope that's not a
I don't
not a problem.
think chemistry will be the problem because Koi, Olives, and Kami work well together. The problem will be with whether or not they
Don't get suspended.
Yeah.
All right. This next pick is a good pick. Let me just clear my notes.
Bro, I'm gonna get suspended for slander.
Nah, it's good criticism. But yeah, it's not toxicity. It's good. We get first, but we get banned for toxicity. Damn. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. The pick is in for Hang 10 and actually number 99. So almost every pick is in, which is kind of crazy. All right. With the 98th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Hang 10 selects The Only Life. What are your thoughts on this pick?
Good player, consistent player. Surprised they fell out of any selection, to be honest with you. I feel like they should have gone in the 6th, 7th round. They're consistent, they're good. I thought they'd be a good B-leaguer. I'm surprised that they are now in the last round, but they did get picked.
Yeah, a good pickup for Hang 10. Let's go through their roster. Obviously they have the Only Light, they have Senef, Zuva Dude, Moody's, Twitchy W, Aquatra, Re-Rented. I wish I had this in a better order so I didn't have to scroll through every pick. Where was I at? Who am I? Hang 10, Re-Rented. India, going that high is crazy, but that's a good pick. Has been, or which is actually traded to Serpentine, so they have Duzum and Urgent. This is a sleeper team. This is the definition of a sleeper team. This team has a lot to prove. This team has a lot of players to prove. Their players have a lot to prove, that is.
Is this the Serpentine team?
No, this is Hang 10.
Hang 10, okay.
Yeah.
So Hang 10 and Serpentine, honestly. Both of them, honestly, as teams, they're very, how do I say? They're organizations that communicate with each other a lot, because Mello and Dom were combining together. And I assume that there's going to be a lot of trends between the organizations, depending on how it works out for both. And I feel like the relationship between those two is going to be a big deal.
Yes, I'm absolutely excited to see what they can do. Let's announce Cooking with Grease. Their 99th pick, or the 99th pick, their last pick. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. But with the 99th pick in the IBL, I'll let you do it after I do it. With the 99th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Cooking with Grease select... Fubu. I just, with the 6 there, it's a little confusing. Interesting they go with the hole-in-the-wall route. Obviously, this is Arby's team. So, I'm excited to see if they can prove themselves as a battle box player. Yeah, I think obviously this is a locker room pick. I'm super excited to see what they can do.
All right.
Let's go through their roster real quick. They have Fubu. They have Susnap. They have Fexy. It's Me, Nymphy, Waxton, and Yuma. Zenrule and Brunted. And obviously T-Snaz. I think the T-Snaz and the Brunted duo will go crazy. I feel like this could be one of the weaker rosters though. I feel like they have a lot of training to do, but I hope they prove me wrong. I hope the locker room can actually really help with them.
I think this team's actually super underrated in that regard. I think they have the most chemistry by far going into this, pardoning maybe the most toxic team in Wolfpack, having maybe more chemistry, barely, and it will be close.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. All right, pick number 100 is in chat, and I think a lot of people are going to like this pick. What are your thoughts on the pick, without spoiling?
I love this pick.
You love this pick. I think a lot of people are. I think it's deserving. All right. With the 100th pick in the IBL Season 1 draft, Stuffed But Tough select Gorgon the Magnificent. Gorgon finally getting picked. Gorgon's already up on stage. Got the suit on and everything. I think this is a deserving pick. I think Gorgon has a lot to prove. A lot of people are hating on Gorgon, and I think he has a lot to prove. I think Gorgon definitely has a lot to prove. The Magnificent. I'm saying the Magnificent because Gorgon is magnificent. All right? I don't care what the haters say. Gorgon is magnificent. Now, before we wrap up, before we get some closing thoughts, let's go through Stuff's roster. We have Gorgon. We have Berserk. Iron, right?
Hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. Only Shots, Coma Swirls, Karnak, Clawful, Decody, Deeper, and Behavior. This is a team that has a lot to prove. This is a team I think can do well. I think I'm super excited to see. And chat, that wraps up the draft. What's everyone's thoughts on this? Definitely some people.
I think Stuffed But Tough is gonna win.
Okay, Decody. All right.
Yeah, that's a very unbiased opinion.
I second.
I think it's the right opinion. Yeah.
All right,
Thank you,
everybody
Spaz.
in chat, let's hear it for the mod team that helped run the whole event. Awesome, they did great.
It actually happened.
Yes. All right, chat. What's everyone's? I want to hear my chats. I want to hear game chats. Options. Hey, just because you didn't get picked doesn't mean you're not going to make it in this league. All right, chat. You know, if teams don't start like falling off, they start losing games, they're going to release some players they're going to want to pick up because there is elite talent in this free agency. Any final thoughts, dude?
I'm just saying there's going to be some free agent signings probably today, mainly because there are some free agents that definitely deserve to be on a roster.
Yes, exactly, and I absolutely agree. And people I see optional saying if you don't get drafted, they just won't sign people. I completely disagree. I think there will be some days where players aren't even able to really sign up. They're not even able to make it. And owners can sign players to like 1-day contracts. And if that player comes out and proves themselves, they can absolutely make a full-time in the league. I'm super excited to see. Just think of if they're not performing to the standards, they're just going to drop them, you know? They might look for a trade, they might look for a release and, you know, try and switch things up in the roster if they're not performing to standard. Yeah, so, and also chat, there is an option for everyone who did not get drafted for Season 1 to enter the Season 2 draft or become a free agent. I will have more details out on that. Decody, do you have anything to say?
I think that's it. Thank you for the help. Credit to
the mods.
Somebody.
Yeah, the mods.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For helping.
Glue Sticks, Bit Slap, Hito, Saitama. Thoughts on the Breeze Blazers? I'm excited to compete against you. Is it one or the other free agent or Season 2? Yes.
Hey, Chan, I see how it is. You think every mod but me? All right.
Hey, you're
I see
to
how
my
it is.
other to my co-host.
Dude, did you do? Actually, big disrespects to him.
Well, no, that was my job.
Thoughts on Nightmare? Dog shit team. No,
Oh.
I'm just joking. There's elite. I'm really excited for this. Yeah, no, Season 1 people can still do Season 2. Anyone who gets drafted has a permanent spot in free agency. So yeah, so anyone who obviously makes it in Season 1 can go to Season 2.
The way IBL contracts I think are working is that your IBL players are signed to 2-year deals where they're going to be on your team for I think what, like 2 seasons?
No, right now the plan is for Season 2 we want to implement a rating system to like stop, especially when free agency hits, to stop players from forming stacked teams in free agency, because obviously that could happen. So we want to introduce a rating system, like kind of like a cap space, like in any other league.
But like every team gets 40 points of cap space, and then
yeah, or something like that. Something like that. So obviously Mass probably going to be like the max amount, and you know, some of my
you're
later
really
picks,
high on Moss as a pick.
I am. Well, I just use them as an example because a lot of people see them as an elite talent.
I think Moss is a great pick, but
I agree. I agree.
We'll see how everything develops because the league hasn't started yet. We'll see how everything goes.
And things could change, and it's all about proving yourself as a player. You know, if you're upset you didn't get drafted and you quit, you know, you gotta prove yourself in this league by other ways.
Yeah, if you're upset that you got picked in the 5th fucking round.
Is that the
I'm
actual
unbiased.
Andres? Yes, it is the
I'm-
actual Andres. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end things here. Honestly, my throat's getting a little dry. Honestly, this actually went by a lot quicker than I thought. I thought this was gonna, at the rate of start, I thought it was gonna go for like 4 or 5 hours. We actually did this in an hour and a half under the actual draft part. So absolutely insane. And thank you everyone for turning out. If you didn't get drafted, I wish you luck still. We want to introduce, we still want to expand. It's not going to be, we're not going to expand Season 1. We're looking at ways to expand Season 2. And just grow as a league. Make the league better, bigger, and more fun. So, yeah. If anyone has anything else to say it now. But if not, that'll be it for me, and I'll be ending stream.
Everyone drop a follow right now.
Yes, if
before
you guys
we
aren't
leave.
already in, if you guys are just checking in, it's like, what the hell is this? Join the IBL Discord. You know, I have a lot of other socials. Thank you everyone for dropping follows and stuff.
Join the IBL Discord. Register for season 2.
Yes. But yeah, I'm gonna leave VC. I'm gonna raid, and that'll be that. All right, see you guys later.
Thanks,
This was an amazing
everyone.
draft. More news
ya.
coming out on the season. We'll see you guys next time. All right, chat. Make sure everyone sticks around. Here's me. I don't kind of. Oh, now all the alerts are gonna go through. All right, that was a good draft, chat. That was a really good draft. I'm really happy with how this went. Make sure everyone sticks around for the raid, by the way. Who is it? I don't even know. My hair's not even done. I didn't have face cam on. At least I try. Who do we raid? I'm gonna raid Kyle F. Kind of maybe spread the word to some more bigger names. But yeah, guys, super excited to see where this league will go. Super pumped. I think this is an amazing start. Amazing start. Make sure everyone joins the raid, by the way. That's what I meant, 3.5, 4. Yeah, really popped off. Thank you, Falcon. Thank you, baby boy. Sorry. Yeah, I really gotta pee. I could not have asked for this to go better, honestly. Obviously, disconnecting from Hypixel was a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, no, absolutely amazing draft. Really excited to get the schedule out for season 1. Because there's still a lot of stuff I have to plan. I've been kind of slacking a little bit. This weekend we'll hopefully have every detail figured out about schedule, more specifics for season 1, and start working on season 2 logistics. Because as we know, we still want it to be like an American sport league. We want it like an entry draft. So rookies will enter the draft. So that's why I want people to either like do free agency or just not opt out the season and just train for season 2. Maybe get noticed that way. We want to obviously expand the league at some point, adding more teams, not more leagues right now, more teams. I want to firstly add a junior league eventually for rookies so they can prove themselves there. But yeah, we gotta hope to expand. We gotta see where things go. That's all from me.